All right, now I can read. Madge, did I miss pulls? Nope. I just started. See chat? Someone went, why aren't you pulling right now? Because if I were to pull immediately, they'd miss it. He did, you lost. Maybe I won't do your pulls today. Maybe I don't want to touch your account. You ever thought about that? You thought about that, Dylan? That you could ruin that, Dylan? Huh? Anyways, let me read. Without roots buried deep in the earth, even leaves are nurtured by sunlight, sweet dew, and gentle breeze can never flourish. To bear light in one's hands, one must endure solitude, fear no darkness, and shatter hard rock to root deeper. It's all the plant analogies. The warm orange afterglow of the setting sun casts illusions of warmth on the wasteland. A scavenger rubs a chunk of metal against his clothes as he rummages through a heap of trash. Also, I can't unsee that shirt. It looks like a bib. That's funny. You never heard of a baseball t-shirt? The bib actually is kind of better. I can't lie. I'm actually rocking with that a little bit more. Nothing of value, huh? A strange sound from nearby catches his attention. Scavenger tightens his lip with a pair of tongs, storm towards the sound. Darn it. It's gotta be Johnny and those rats again. I already told them this is my turf. This time The moment he spots the eyelids, he drops low and hides behind the garbage pile, holding his breath. Good thing I got my gun with me. Darn it. Didn't they just sweep this area recently? He peers carefully through the gaps in the trash heaps to observe. The eyelids haven't noticed him, but they're doing that thing in Jurassic Park where they do the when they're real close to you to make you more uncomfortable, because that like bellowing noise is freaking you out. Their gaze remains locked in the same direction as they snarl hungrily. Is that a person? A stranger? Not from around here? The person being cornered is holding a gun in one hand and gripping a black trash bag in the other. In the next moment, the person swings the trash bag at the eyelids, drawing the attention immediately. One leaps up and then catches the bag between the teeth mid-air. The eyelids tear into it, shredding the plastic in pale flesh-like chunks that vaguely resemble human body parts. That's a human foot. Intestines. Or bright red liquid and chunks of meat dripping the eyelid's fangs. The scavenger trembles. Nausea arises in his throat as he forces it down. Gotta run. Now's my chance. Yes, run for it. Terrified, the scavenger flees without looking back. Hello, ma'am. Handshake. The mechanical dog puts its paw in Nikketa's palm. As children cheer with delight. Nikketa glances at the children. There's more. Or Coolidge? Coolidge, fetch Lily's gift. At her signal, the mechanical dog leaps up or drags a package from a pile of presents sitting in the corner of the office, and then carries it to the girl. Is this for me? Wow, it's a toy gun model. Thank you, Nikketa. Get them started early. Truly America. Coolidge is amazing. It barks? No, like it barks? Oh, that's the wrong button. It does? Cool. I want one too. We need to get you a haircut. Satsuki, thank you for the tier 1. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you. See, chat, this is why we have to wait. If I don't wait, everyone's gonna miss the pools who would have been here. Finally caught Spoons lacking. What in the world? Lacking. Yeah. Congratulations, Spoons. You got a free sub. Get in line. Everyone gets one. Listen to Nikketa. No pushing now. What did you just spell? Barska? Or what did you just spell? Okay. Amid the joyful chaos, a figure appears from the office entrance. It barks in the fitting room. Thank you, Satsuki. You somehow hit the exact moment my prime expired. How did you know before me? That's crazy. Miss Grace, Mangy Security, regular aid delivery has arrived. Can you check it and sign it for me? I'll cover you here. Ah, Mr. David, Mangy Security is always so punctual with their support. Thank you so much. The young teacher blushes, quite fond of the friendly young man. Oh. Miss Nikketa is handing out gifts to the kids. Please help keep our things under control. I'll be back shortly. Oh, my eyes! What the freak is with your eyes? Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright. Sorry, David. No problem. Leave it to me. He's got the Yuri eyes from Doki Doki. The curly-haired young man smiles warmly and walks towards the children. My autocorrect. Hey, one to Ozzy, too. Oh, over here, kiddos. Line up and everyone gets one. Long time no see, Nikketa. It's been a while. How's work lately? Heard rumors the Public Security Administration introduced a new salary framework. You get a decent raise? I can't comment. Regulations prohibits discussing our wages. Oh, come now. Rules are just rules. What's the big deal anyway? Tell me how much you make so I can get my freaking raise up. But by judging by the gifts you brought, you don't seem to be much better off than before. Sorry. There I go, poking my nose in other people's business again. I'll stop. Can you close your eyes? Sorry. Hey! She's not just Brid, but a police officer. She's also blonde, Brid, and a police officer. Shut up. I have my Brid poster on my top right. So in my room, I have my 21 poster. It's like a huge one. I got the Beto poster I was going to sell, but it got folded a little bit, so I hung it up myself. And then I got the freaking Brid poster right underneath that one. $30 Canada H. Sure, buddy. David awkwardly scratches his nose. Still, it's a shame someone as capable as you is stuck doing frontline grunt work at the PSA. If you decide to join the Mangy, you'll have way more room to grow. Oh, and better promotion opportunities, pay too. Oh, you're a part of the Mangy security, the ones that we beat up last time? I was like, why is this dude so creepy? She came before Braid. Yeah, so frick you. With the rage, you can get even nicer gifts for the kids. Thanks for the recognition, but I think it's really cool that Nikketa is a public security officer. Last time I saw her rescue hostages on TV, it was so awesome. Me too. I saw her on the streets once helping a school field trip. I felt super safe. This feels like bot reviews. If she quits being a security officer, we might not see her anymore. How could that be? She could still visit when she can. Nikketa pats the kids on the head. I'll still visit often with Coolidge. All right, everyone, go play now. In response to the command, Coolidge bounces off and leads the children away. Mr. David, I don't believe doing frontline work is a waste of my ability. Paid actors. All right, kids. We need the best reviews you can give. One time, Miss Nikketa, she stopped an ice cream truck with her bare hands and then bought me 3 of them. That totally happened. You invited me to switch jobs repeatedly. I'm assuming you're looking into my background? Yes, that's why we want you. Griffin was one of the rare companies in that field, and we were both competent and ethical. We were all sorry to see them be dismantled. I take great pride in my time at Griffin, but it was nonetheless a confounding experience. Sometimes I wasn't sure who the real enemy was. But here at PSA, things are much clearer. I protect civilians. My enemies are those who threaten them. Everything I do aligns with the goal unequivocally. And I really like this feeling of I can't say it right now. One time Miss Nikketa gave me milk. I see. You are certainly more principled than most humans, Nikketa. Thanks. As for money, I do my best to provide what I can for the kids. So, for now, I have no plans of changing jobs. Yeah! We're taking care of the kids. She watches the happy kids or children with a quiet smile. Fair enough, as long as you're happy. Every time I look into his eyes, my soul hurts. Mr. David, I'm back. Oh, sorry, Miss Sharonova? You got an interesting name. Sharonova also delivered a bunch of supplies, so I'll check them together. I hope the kids weren't too rowdy. Not at all. Everything's fine. Miss Chernova came by? Coolidge, get the birthday gift for Una. Oh, there's no need, Nikketa. Miss Chernova didn't bring her daughter today, saying she was on vacation in another satellite city. Hey, don't you both work at the PSA? Can't you give it to her at work? We're in different jurisdictions and different roles, or our paths don't cross at work. I see. Then we'll just have to wait till she comes back. A vacation? How nice. Maybe you should take our kids on a trip too. Got any recommendations, Mr. David? Huh, that's a tough one. I'm not good at picking holiday destinations. Coolidge circles Nikketa, gift in mouth, uncertain of what to do. Where's his mouth at? I didn't even have an angry face when I'm doing it. Where the frick is... He's got like a cross on his head. Where's the mouth at? It's okay. We'll give it to her later. Coolidge, put that back for now. Beep, 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 beep. Nikketa's communicator rings with the PSA's urgent alert tone, a sharp sound that cuts through the joyful air like a blade. Illegal drug smuggling. What's wrong? An emergency? Yes, I have to head back for now. Grace, I'll leave the rest here. Pick them up later. Coolidge, let's go. Coldfiend, she's like, haha. She's looking at chat. I'm so disappointed. In an empty factory, several shadowy figures slip into hide into the corners. This is Nikketa calling our captain. I almost wanted to say Gerald. Jarvert. Jarvert. I've arrived in Cordon Point or A, to the west of the factory, awaiting orders. Nikkei. He said it. He said the line. Nikkei. Point A. One of factory exits must hold prevent escape. Her captain's voice is scrambled with static and barely audible. Copy that. She signals her team and officers spring into action instantly and scatter in positions. While monitoring her assigned area, Nikketa tunes her receiver to maximum gain and listens to tactical audio cues. Oof. A burst of strange static disrupts her comms. Third assault need back. This is second deployment detachment Nikketa. Or ID code 04. I'm not reading all that. Please respond if you copy. This is third assault squad. Ambush in warehouse area. Requesting back. Ah! Gunshots and screams are drowned out by the noise of our metal crashing. After trying to communicate the communicator a few more times, Nikketa quickly switches to the internal channel. This is Nikketa calling Captain Gerald. I'm calling him Gerald. Frick his name. Gerald. I received a distress signal from 3rd Assault Squad. Do we respond? Can't reach him. Comms might be down. But what distress signal? I didn't receive anything on my end. Must be another frequency cutting in. Gunfire still echoes faintly through the comms. Nikketa ponders for a moment. You all stay here. I'll go check. Wait, Nikketa! I'll be right back. That was quick. What do you mean a lot of reading, Dylan? That was like 5 minutes. Why do these things take forever? And ever, and ever, and ever, and then I get lightheaded. Boom. Alright, you may do the rest, cool guy. Boom boom. Boom boom. I saw some video like 2 days ago or whatever that was like what was it? Oh, also, Weird Nintendo Fan? Was your name on Discord Weird Nintendo Fan? I sent Bard his comics today. I'm kind of rolling those out. Heavenly, I'm about to send you the 2. in a sec. I just need to make sure to get my names down. The harm one again, not till the weekend, but the other two I've been sending out already. Nikketa clears the hostages along the way as she heads into the factory warehouse. Thick white smoke fills the room, obscuring her vision. This gas isn't poisonous. It's potassium nitrate. Maybe gunfire has triggered the fire suppression system. She activates the micro-terminal imaging module in her optics. You'll see. There. Someone is lying on the floor just ahead. She rushes forward with her weapon raised. It's a PSA uniform. Still alive. Hang in there, I. Don't move! Drop your weapon and stay away from the victim. Heavy boots close in, surrounding her from all sides. She sees PSA insignias through the thick smoke. I'm Nikketa, 2nd Patrol Detachment. I'm not reading the ID. I repeat, drop the weapon and step back. Right, hold on. You're good. Let me know if you need that code. Or, Discord link. Nikketa sets the gun down on the ground, takes a step back and raises her hand. Hey, this is from that POV video. What's up, Pride? How you doing? I like the little entrance. Due to breach in protocol, your operations are suspended. You are to return for investigation. Oh, the good cop and the crooked, or the crooked police chief. Wait. That is an order, not a negotiation. Comply. Click. The handcuffs she heard countless times are now being closed on her own wrists. Free my girl Nikketa. She did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. Just stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you everybody who has stopped by today. And then also all your support this last week. I very much appreciate it. Hello, I'm looking for Captain Gerald Roberts of the 2nd Patrol Detachment. Is he in the office right now? Nikketa, it's you again. I already told you many times, according to directive, you're not even supposed to be inside the Public Security Administration building, let alone requesting to see your former superior. I just wanted to offer a detailed explanation regarding to the accusation stated in the dismissal notice and clarify what actually happened during the incident. Don't waste your breath on me. I'm just a receptionist. I don't understand any of that. But what I do know is the dismissal order must be followed without exception. Please leave immediately or I'll call the security. I don't know where these rumors about risk of going haywire for my model came, but I appreciate a chance to explain myself regarding the accusation of violating protocol. Let me give you a piece of friendly advice for old time's sake. Any doll dismissed by their original department in the satellite city has a 2-week grace period to find a new job and affiliation. If you haven't found one after that, you better pray you don't get scanned by any ID scanners. Now, please leave. Don't make the news any harder than it has to be. Realizing that any appeal would be futile, Nikketa no longer bothers to argue. He looks like the commander from Nikkei. You ain't wrong. Before leaving, she takes a long, hard look at the emblem of the Police Security Administration on the wall. The emblem that once gave her strength and conviction now looks cold and ruthless. Right. If I were to file a cross-jurisdiction appeal... Vehicles come and go at the entrance to the orphanage. Nikketa stands quietly by the gate. One of the security guards sees her and leans out the window. Nikketa, you've been stopping outside of the entrance for days now, but you never come in. Did something happen? I'm waiting for someone. Who? I can't help but keep a lookout. Or I can help you and keep a lookout and let you know when they arrive. Thanks, but that won't be necessary. The only one that's helping her with a lookout is me. Freak you. Suddenly, the person Nikketa has been waiting for appears in their field of vision. It's not me. It's going to be some other random person. Yeah. Wait, Miss Inisa? Oh, it's a Chair Nova person. Hearing her name, the woman stops and turns around and is rather surprised to see Nikketa. Oh, they gave you like a model. Bob cut, mild floof, brunette, glasses, nympha person, winter jacket. Are you wearing a backpack, or did they just give you the straps to accentuate your boobs? Sorry to trouble you, but can I have a moment of your time? I need to ask you for a favor. The woman looked puzzled and stops to listen. Nikketa decides to speak concisely as possible. Thank you for your time, ma'am. I used to work for the PSA, on jurisdiction E5. During a recent mission, I was wrongfully accused of violating protocol and dismissed from the force. I tried to appeal, but all the channels have been closed to me. Oi, no DI police officers, dolls, inclusion, equities, or whatever. And what do you want from me? Judging by your uniform and insignia, your rank is higher than mine. I was hoping you could assist me with filing a cross-jurisdiction appeal. Cross appeals are highly unlikely. We never work together efficiently. Even if I outrank you, I can't vouch for you. However, I can at least help you contact your superiors and pass the messages along. If you get in touch with my captain, I'd be very grateful. His name is Captain Gerald from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm not saying his name. Jarvert. Oi, Captain, the 2nd Patrol Detachment in Jurisdiction E5, correct? You looked into me? That's like the 2nd person who's done that. Jarvis? That's even better. Yeah, you're right. I've had frequent contact with Una. For her safety, it's only natural that I check your background. It's a reasonable explanation. Nikketa. Imprint model VSK-94. Suspected of violating protocol in Operation Codename 342. Cause injury to fellow officers. Further mechanical inspection reveals imperable performance defects. Or result dismissal. That's what you're trying to appeal, right? How'd you know all that? Because I'm the one who orchestrated everything. Oh, you know what you gotta do now? You gotta beat her up. The unexpected answer hits Nikketa like a lightning strike. See, they're doing it. Lightning strike. But she only frowns briefly before immediately sizing up the woman in front of her. Even through the sunglasses, Nikketa can sense this woman's previously warm smiling eyes have turned unreadable, as if looking into a creature lurking just beneath the surface. Let me properly reintroduce myself. My name is Chernova, head of the Counterintelligence and Investigation Intelligence Division of the Public Security Administration. Apologies for not disclosing this earlier. It just didn't seem relevant since our work didn't overlap. Is it now? No need to be so guarded. I'll explain everything. But this isn't the right place for a conversation. Let's get in the car. I know the better location. Wait, before that, can you show me some valid identification? Even if you're carrying a PSA or a badge, I can't just take your word for it. Not bad. Even after the dismissal, you still take your basic precautions. Here, take a look. Oi, Anissa presents her electronic ID to Nikketa to verify. Well, satisfied I'm not lying? Your credentials check out. Thanks for your cooperation. Then shall we go? Sit wherever you like. I'll make us some coffee. Oh, angry face, not necessary. After taking in her surroundings, Nikketa sits down on the sofa in the cabin. The cabin is hidden and soundproof. Not a sound can be heard from outside. The distress call you heard during the mission was actually a pre-recorded audio clip prepared by my tech team. We disguised it as coming from the squad's primarily frequency and inserted into your comm receiver through interference. Well, that's the reason why you're the only one who heard it. So the entire rescue was just a stage performance that you orchestrated to get me dismissed? Who dat? Anissa? A secret... What the freak did she say she was? My name is Anissa Grigorivina Chernova, head of the Counterintelligence Investigation Intelligence... Oh, I said that twice. Division of Public Security Administration. She's a Fed. All right. And welcome back, Satsuki, from the brink of sleep to, oh man, random hot lady. There. I thought you'd be more upset after learning you were set up. How my emotional module functions is none of your concern. To me, this is simply filling in the blanks. I already know the method and the outcome. Now I want to learn your motive. But before that, I'd like to know, was the team or member really hurt? Anissa raises an eyebrow. You care about that? Don't worry, no one was actually hurt. They're all my subordinates, acting under special orders. You can consider it part of the show. Very well. Then please answer my next question. Why did you orchestrate this whole performance? Sometimes, for more people to enjoy the sunlight, someone has to do stuff in the dark, things that can't be seen in the light of day. You used to work for a PMC. You should know how these things work. When I worked for the PMC, the commander who I served was always upright. I'm not familiar with the kind of things that can't be seen in the light of day that you're referring to. Yeah, I'm a noble person. Freak you. Yeah. There's something you want me to do, then just say it directly. I'll assess whether I can do it after I've heard the details. Alright, since you're being so straightforward, I can skip the preamble. Realizing Nikketa's extremely direct demeanor, Anicia adjusts her tone. During the recent operation to seize illegal drugs, we captured some suspects, but upon investigation, they turned out to just be low-level runners. The real big players are still hiding in the shadows. On top of that, we received an anonymous report implicating the Mangi security. We need someone to go undercover inside of Mangi security and gather concrete evidence of their involvement in the illegal drug trafficking. Mangi security? Are you sure? Yes, the same Mangi security that makes donations to the orphanage, just like we do. Can I take a look at the report? Of course. Anicia opens a drawer and hands Nikketa a stack of documents. The reports include a blurry photo. In it, a person wearing a Mangi security uniform is sitting on a worn-out sofa holding a vial of some substance. What he's holding is the contraband drug in question. In the industry, it's known as Vitalis. It's rumored to treat doll syndrome, but in reality, it contains minor active ingredients and is highly addictive. Long-term use leads to mental instability, severe paranoia, and the inability to distinguish fantasy from reality. Doll syndrome? They're talking about chat. Oh, that's a common psychological illness among people who live and work long-term in satellite cities. Patients who feel like they are fought tooth and nail for the right to live in satellite cities, hoping for a comfortable life, only discover that all their efforts merely serve to make life easier for the privileged in the white zones. That realization makes them feel like they've been downgraded from humans to dolls. That often develop strong hostility towards actual dolls. No offense. That was a bit robophobic. At least she's just explaining it. She's just explaining it. That was almost as bad as Satsuki's knife ear comments about elves. None taken. So, we're investigating the substance called Vitalis. Are there any other photos? No. This photo was likely taken covertly. The sender's IP was randomly generated, probably to avoid retaliation. I don't use that term. I feel like there's a KOA literally where I could grab that. Or also the last, wasn't it in the Ubel video you made? I feel like I heard it really recently, but okay. A single photo like this can't serve as evidence linking the Mangi security to Vitalis. Dagger ears. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I got the slur wrong. We do have a few fragmented clues. It's not sufficient for making a formal accusation. And that's why we need you. Nikketa casts Anicia a searching look. Anicia meets her gaze calmly. One last question. Why me? You had close contact with people from Mangi Security, haven't you? He did ask you to join the job. Anicia places another photo on the table, pushing it towards Nikketa. The man in the photo is David. The angle clearly indicates that it was taken without his knowledge. Not exactly close, but he has been actively trying to recruit me. He's been encouraging me to jump ship and join Mangi. Well, then joining him would be a natural step for you. Would it really be that easy? I was dismissed for protocol violations, performance defects. Would Mangi Security really take in someone like that? In reality, your performance defects don't exist. That would become apparent in any baseline diagnostics. As for the protocol violations, well, you know how rigid government organizations are. Private security firms have a different standard and protocol. Believe me, they won't easily pass up this rare opportunity to recruit a high-performance tactical doll like you. Nikketa's eyes or the document spread out before her, then looks up at Anisia's face again. So after I complete this mission, what happens to me? You can go wherever you want. You can even come back to the PSA. I'll reinstate your service records. Of course, you have every right to turn down this mission. It's dangerous after all. In time, I'll clear your name, and you can still return to work. You have such a thorough plan. Why didn't you speak to me about it beforehand? What's wrong? Don't like being falsely accused. Nikketa frowns slightly as she lapses into silence. Her thoughts pull her to the moment where her colleagues pointed a gun at her. She pushes away the unpleasant memories, focusing instead on Anisia's words and the core matter at hand. No, it's just with prior communication, I could have responded better. Or everything before this felt senseless. For a moment, I even doubted myself in the PSA. I don't like feeling that kind of doubt. I don't even know dolls have existential crises. Racism! That was 2. She said the no offense and meant it. That's not funny. Yeah. When you see doll racism, you stand up and you call it out for being wrong. No! No! I put my t-shirt back on, but angry. The mood, which had lightened a little, now grows heavy again. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I should have explained the situation to you. This is general consensus around undercover work, but clearly you've never done this sort of thing before. Anisia sits up straight. Let me put it to you this way. The reason why I didn't talk to you beforehand is because I wanted the whole thing to feel as natural as if you are dismissed for violating protocol. The less staged it looks, the better. Most undercover agents are trained early on, so they can perform convincingly. But someone like you, who has been chosen on short notice, might act unnaturally due to hesitation if warned in advance. You could have made a mistake that would have been used against you down the line. That may be true, but weren't you worried things would go wrong? Like if I didn't follow the script? But you did come to me. Anisia smiles faintly. I wasn't wrong about you. Your pursuit for truth has brought you here. That kind of resolve is exactly what an undercover agent needs. She's like brunette Ada Wong. In gray. And what else does undercover work require? Looks-wise, I don't know about personality. I don't play Resident Evil like that. Let's see. Tolerance for loneliness and boredom. Acceptance of the fact that you'll give your all and likely receive nothing in return. You have to blend into a crowd. Whether you succeed or fail, you can never speak of it. Are you willing to take the mission? Kinda. Nikketa looks in Anisia's eyes, sensing a scrutinizing gaze behind her glasses. A strange emotion rises in her internal cloud, or neural cloud, but she dismisses it as system noise. Dolls don't overthink. At least I don't. If it's something that helps people, something that's right, I'll do it. Anisia smiles and extends her hand. I knew I wasn't wrong about you. Then, here's to a successful collaboration. Nikketa looks at the offered hand and shakes it gently. Right. NA 1-2. Nemesis cooks something feral. Like, what the frick is that? Why is it purple? 2 months after joining the Mangi Security. Having just wrapped up a task, Nikketa runs into David in the hallways. Oh, here comes Bug Eyes. Oh my god. Hey, Nikketa. Haven't seen you since your onboarding. How's it going? Settling in alright? More or less. Whoa, your robot dog actually passed approval? HR must really like you. So how's the pay? Must be enough to get the kids at the orphanage something better, huh? Isn't explicitly stated in our contracts that we're not supposed to discuss salary with coworkers? Ah, don't be so rigid. But fine, it's cool if you want to keep it to yourself. The salaries in dolls and humans aren't exactly comparable to begin with. All right, Nikketa. Come to Hangar 3 at the our lunch. I'll introduce you to the team. You'll be doing next week's long-haul transportation with mission. Long-haul transport? What? No one told you yet? Hold on, let me check. Nikketa pulls out a terminal which shows an unread task on her checklist. Huh, you got their checklist on time. That's something dolls should be even better at than humans, right? Man, I'm telling you, this is the one company's key transport routes usually only the vets get. David frowns as he notices Nikketa is still focused on her terminal. She's just not that into you, bro. Nikketa, you listening? I heard everything, but I got something else to do right now. See you this afternoon, Captain David. Oh, let's go, Coolidge. Hey, wait, I'm not finished. Before David can react, Nikketa already rushed off with her mechanical dog. To conclude, nothing suspicious has been found in R now. You've just joined the Mangi security, and you carry out the most basic frontline task. It's normal that they won't expose their core operations yet, especially since you used to work in the PSA. The key is to blend in and become part of their background. Speaking of core operations, I just received the task today, one that's usually assigned to more senior members. Nikketa hands over her work terminal to Anicia. A long-haul transportation from Odeya 13 to Liv 14. Cargo category food, Anicia taps the armrests of her seat with her fingers. You guys ever tap your desk? You guys ever do that like, I'm thinking? I think we used to always do the like pencil beat stuff when we were thinking a lot. Those kids and their fidget spinners. Yes. Yes. Spoons, does that count? That's almost like work, right? So that might be like the ASMR stuff, wouldn't it? Tit it up. Tit it up. Tit it up. Tit it up. Yeah. It's very suspicious. The route passes through loosely regulated, or rather, completely unregulated or regulated contamination zones. There are plenty of opportunity for foul play. You mean there's a chance a cargo could be swapped in the contamination zones? Exactly. But the Mangi security really does run illegal ops like that. They'd normally assign someone experienced or familiar with their internal workings. It's odd they didn't trust this to someone like you after just 2 months. I never did as a kid, so I think work just slowly changed me. I understand. I'll stay alert and treat it as a regular transport unless something seems off. I'm counting on you. Oh, and take this. Well, Anicia hands Nikketa a USB drive. A little gadget developed by our tech team. It automatically generates neurologs. All my doll agents have one. To pass routine neurocloud inspections. From what I remember, Mangi Security takes neurocloud log submissions every 2 months. This next one is coming up soon, right? Tomorrow, actually. Perfect timing. This will get you through the inspection just fine. I have something for you, or rather, for your daughter. Nikketa hands her a neatly wrapped box. This is for Una? A toy walkie-talkie and a recon manual? It's a private security officer toy set, I promise Una. Well, she already received the toy badge. This is the rest of it. Oh, I see. Thank you. That's very kind. Last thing you want is your 5-year-old running around playing police officer. They're going to arrest you for everything. Don't buy your kid handcuffs. They're going to lose the key somewhere. Like, let's play police officer. They're going to put it on you and you're going to be like, all right, where's the key? And they're going to go, key? Key, I think I lost it there. I think I lost it there. You're never going to find it. Your significant other is also going to use it against you. You're going to be like, no. Our child is right. You're under arrest, and you're staying there for a good 30 minutes while I take a break. Anicia seems a bit distracted. She accepts the box stiffly. Una says her dream is to become a public security officer. She has a strong sense of justice. I like her a lot, so it's just my pleasure. Please give this to her when she returns from her trip. Anicia gently caresses the box as something comes to mind. Mama, the day after tomorrow's my birthday. The investigation shows, what'd you say? Una's birthday. It's tomorrow after, it's the day after tomorrow. Ah, right, sweetheart. Happy birthday. What kind of gift do you want? I want the new security officer from Disneyland. What kind of jacked up universe do you live in? That your Disneyland is called one Dizzyland, and two, they're selling police. They're selling police toys to kids. Welcome to the all-new White Zone Disneyland. Now today, you can get your very own gun. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot down elites and criminals one at a time, and then bring your friends under arrest. I'm booking you. The all-new public security Disneyland fit is not responsible for if your kids accidentally lock themselves, I don't know, like a door or something, a gate. Can I have it, Mama? Of course. Once Mama finishes this report, we can buy it together, okay? Alright. Yay, thank you. In the end, that case was too complicated and completely slipped my mind. But Una never brought it up again. When the case was closed, she even baked me cookies to celebrate. Aw, that's a good child. Dang. She's really a considerate kid. Yeah, you're right. She is. So warm-hearted. She deserves the world. Satsuki, you're the stay-at-home dad. Why don't you buy it for her? You're there. Realizing she's gotten emotional. Anicia clears her throat and puts on a polite smile. Anyways, thank you, Nikketa. Una may be away for a while, but I'll make sure to pass on your kindness. No need to thank me. Nikketa isn't sure if it's her imagination, but Anicia's smile seems a bit forced. After Nikketa leaves, Anicia sits alone on the sofa and dials the number on her terminal. The ringtone lasts longer before the other finally picks up. It's me. Everything's proceeding according to plan. Okay, I was wondering if you're going to get double-crossed. She hasn't noticed anything suspicious. Her PSA records have already been deleted. There's no way back for her. Yes. I understand. I'll continue to report to you if anything comes up. Wait. Anicia straightens up slightly. I wanted to ask you about Una. Last time I heard her voice, it sounded like she had the flu. She recovered? She's swimming now? She's got a weak constitution. She probably needs more nutrition or nutritional supplements after swimming. I'll send you a list later. Please help me buy them if you can. Okay, thank you. The call ends. Anicia massages the brow of her nose, then looks down at the beautiful wrap box on the table. Apart from the officer-themed gifts, there contains a cute plushie mascot wearing a mini PSA uniform. The government is shady? You sound like Midnight. Guys, what if the government's just watching her kid kindly? Maybe she's just frustrated from all the exhaustion she's had as working as a public security officer. She picks up the plush and buries her face in the soft, fluffy fabric, just as she used to bury her face in the Una's thick hair when hugging her countless times. A week later, the night before the transportation mission. Even though the cargo swap is more likely to happen in a contaminated zone. Avoiding the surveillance she had previously scoped out, Nikketa sneaks into the cargo hold. Just in case, I should inspect the cargo beforehand. Suddenly, a sound comes from a small door at the back of the hold. Nikketa ducks behind a shelf. Darn it. That Anthony kid is getting greedier by the day. He keeps asking his asking price keeps going up. How much did you give him? 200 credit tokens for 1 hour. 1 hour? He's even limiting our access to the cargo hold? Apparently someone might notice if we take too long. Who's gonna know we wiped our visitor logs and surveillance footage? Oh, once we do that. Plus, the guys are always wandering off around this time. As long as the mission cargo goes unnoticed, no one's gonna bother checking the footage. Honestly, it feels like we're overpaying. Better safe than sorry. Darn it, these people are ruthless. Let's raise the price of this shipment too. We'll earn it all back with investment. Raise it again? You're not afraid no one will buy? Oh, they'll buy it. Those poor dickheads in the contaminated zones rely on this stuff to survive. Nikketa identifies the two intruders with the voice print in our analysis. One of them is David, and the other is a transportation member who was previously introduced. It's them. David, why did you say his name out loud? How many crates are we taking this time? Same as usual. 3. I thought you had Shinji hair, and also your eyes are hideous. Only 3? Come on, this is a huge shipment. We could sneak out more and more and no one would notice. Ow! Why'd you hit me? If we get caught, we're screwed. Ever hear of caution? I teamed up with you because I thought you had some brains. Now I'm starting to think we should have gone with the doll. At least she would have been obedient like a dog. Oh, well, he's evil too? I trusted David. Thought about all those times we hung out together. Hey, that's going too far. The transport member tries to argue, but shuts up when he sees David's dark expression. Who are we supposed to trust? He gulps. Gulp? Fine. 3 crates it is. Screw this. Why am I stuck with a lunatic like you? Anyways, speaking of dolls, what's the deal with that Nikketa you introduced us to? It's only 2 months in, and she's already doing converting transports? Who knows what HQ's thinking? They had me cozy up to her ages ago and poach her from the PSA. Every time I talk to her, I feel sick. With how much they value her, and how she's learning all our business, you don't think she's being groomed to replace you as squad leader, do you? I told you, I have no idea what those pampered fatsos upstairs are planning. Even if she replaces me, what can I do? These people, these days, actual people have it worse than dolls. Oh, calm down, man. He's like, dang, bro, that's a little racist. I might have been questioning why she was working here, but I didn't say it because she was a doll, bro. I said it because she was blonde. You gotta pull a bag. I said because she was blonde. But here's another possibility. What if we've been found out for smuggling and Nikketa was sent here to spy on us? Highly unlikely. Aside from Anthony, we haven't left any traces. And Anthony is in it with us. If we go down, so does he. Still, keeping an eye on her wouldn't help. If she does ever find out. David's eyes flash dangerously on his grim face. She's just a doll. We can scrape her and be done with it. Yeah, exactly. Just a dang doll. Come on, let's load this stuff into your vehicle. 2 men bustle about the cargo, hold for a while, then disappear behind the door with the cargo. Nikketa steps out from the shadows of the shelves. Smuggling cargo? Deliberate collusion. She shifts her gaze to the goods on the shelves. She opens one of the crates. Inside is merely a neat stack of canned fruits. The packages suggest black currants? Currants? These absolutely can't be regular fruit preservatives. Otherwise, they wouldn't be taking a huge risk. Yeah, pop that thing open. Nikketa reaches towards a crate, but quickly withdraws her hand. It's not time yet. I need a chance to investigate David. He just said load the stuff into your vehicle. Mangi security transport convoy enters a bleak town in the contaminated zone and stops at a supply station. David, the transport squad leader, gets out of the vehicle, followed closely by Nikketa. Watching the station staff bustle around, refilling water and recharging the truck, David makes a remark. Even in a hazmat suit, I can feel how foul the air is. It's suffocating. How do people get used to surviving in this kind of environment? Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're a doll. Guess robots don't need to breathe, huh? Oh, though, you do mimic the action. Yo, people aren't even, subtly racist in this game, at all. Cool Kai had to deal with that one guy for, that whole 2 chapters. That lady made the doll joke already. This dude's like, I guess you guys don't need to breathe, That's just to simulate human breathing, to avoid triggering an uncanny valley effect. Dolls don't actually need to breathe. How thoughtful. Anyways, Nikketa, I'm stepping away for a bit to buy some stuff. Keep an eye on the things here. An explosion cut him off. Several ramshack armored cars and motorbikes roar past, kicking up a thick cloud of dust. It's Jaegers. Why are they here? Suddenly, David physically panics in the face of the Jaeger assault. Captain David, order everyone to combat readiness and evacuate the civilians. I'll hold the front line. I'm the captain. I don't need orders from a doll. They can't bother to be funny about it. Alright, just go. Ah! Boys, look what we got here. Fresh meat. Slaughter them all. I don't take orders from a doll. Robbery is a serious offense, and I'm here to arrest all of you. Huh? You? Oh. Here. That's why I said I don't know if you needed a code for me. I think I have to give you a new one. I gotta reset. I think my codes. I think they've gotten to their too many people links. Here you go. We're a Nintendo fan. Beep. Anybody in chat, if you want to join the Discord, hit that code. Join. Or link. Hit the link. It's going to be up there for 20 minutes. This over serious music always reminds me of Mercenaries. I know a lot of people did not play that game, but I loved that game. You can do so much crazy stuff in Mercenaries. Alright, cool, Kyle, you. Also, the one thing I will ask gacha games. How do you guys keep designing skins like this, even though you can't show them on your page? I just think that's funny. Nikketa moves like a panther, or through the battlefield like a panther. Her actions efficient and lethal without any flashy moves. She's a BP main? For those who even glimpse her briefly, it's already too late and their fate is sealed. Whoa, wait. This transportation team's got a doll that strong? Our intel must have been wrong. Screw that intel. Just grab whatever you can, or this whole trip was a waste. Okay, you can draw that tin can's attention. I'll hijack the trucks and drive off. Whatever gets us ours. Oh, my bad. You're sending me into the line of fire while you make off with the loot? You think I'm an idiot? A dirty rust bucket like you dare to lay a hand on my bros? You're so dead. That was like 3 of them. They should have just put 3 of them up there. As one of them revs a motorcycle and charges at Nikketa, the 2 men stop arguing and exchange a look. Let's go, bro. Split the take. My thoughts exactly. Dang, bro, they sold you out. You're dumb. Not far away, Nikketa notices the sudden moving Mangi security transport vehicle and immediately spots the 2 sneaking men in the cabin. She checks her sidearm, dashes up the nearby ladder in 3 quick steps, then hurls herself towards the charging Jaeger biker. Huh? Wait! She kicks him off the motorbike mid-charge, grabs the handlebar mid-air, and then swings herself onto the bike using its momentum. After steadying it, she guns the throttle and speeds up after the truck. Thud. A dull impact hits the truck's roof, and the 2 Jaegers in the cabin glance at each other. The heck was that? Just another rock falling on your head. We hit the jackpot. A whole truckload. Oh, right. This stuff's in high demand. Oh, in the contaminated zones. We can jack up prices like crazy. But weren't we supposed to turn it in, remember? Knowing the boss. How much think we will actually get? Psst, you got a point. Maybe we should just pocket all of it. Are you insane? Still, we just skim a little off the top. Gunshots ring out before he finishes. The bullet pierces the window, hitting the driver's hand with deadly precision. Blah! Typical scalpers. Yo, them selling those GPUs is still like a crime that needs to be studied for years. Oh my god. $400 GPU, $2,000? I was so happy when the prices started going down and they started like, oh no, I'm losing profit. I bought all these 4090s so I could sell them to other people. Or was it? It was the 30s, right? I bought all these 30s. I gotta sell them for less now. But still freak them. The truck veers wildly across the terrain. The two inside are tossed around like rag dolls. Nikketa seizes the moment and leaps through the shattered window, grabbing the steering wheel with one hand as she aims her gun at the other, or with the other, and fires 2 precise shots into their legs. Dang! Nikketa slams on the brakes, fighting the wheel, and barely stops the truck from crashing into a massive roadside boulder. She ties up the two Voyagers and sets them aside before expecting the cargo. Many of the cans were damaged in the commotion. Black currant syrup and fruit are spilled everywhere. Those are definitely black currants. One of the cracked cans Nikketa spots on the corner has a small plastic bag. She picks it up. Inside the sealed satchel is a brownish yellow powder. Could this be made, or can this be used to make Vitalis? Hey, doll lady, please spare us. We're gonna bleed out at this rate. I bought my 3090 for 870 US back in those crazy times. I was lucky. Yeah, you were. Or you were on 3090. I didn't get hit in any major you didn't get hit in any major major arteries. You'll live. Now I need more intel on this Vitalis or whatever. Vitalis. These, where do you usually sell them? She shakes the bag in front of him. You guys don't even know what you're transporting. We sell them to an underground broker or small taverns in the contaminated zones. Oh. And thank eBay. They brew it into drinks and sell it to poor dickheads suffering from radiation sicknesses. Radiation sickness? You mean Elid? Eat what now? I don't know. Please, lady. No, Madam Doll. He said Madam Doll. I can't remember stuff like that. You mean the disease where your body grows rocks and stuff? I think you're taking too much of this, making people dumb or something. It's not for doll syndrome then? So this isn't the raw material for Vitalis. What now? I've never heard of that. Figures. It's a psychological condition unique to the satellite city residents. Then what is this stuff called? You must know that at least. Look, lady, Madam Doll, let us go and I'll tell you about it. Before he can finish, a cold black muzzle is pressed to his forehead. He looks up at Nikketa, who's staring down at him with an expression as cold as steel. You know very well there's no room for negotiation between us. Dang. Dang! Also, Dylan was right. We're only on part 2. Why is this story so long for these games? Why are they trying to kill me? I need a glass of water. They got me reading a chapter book on stream. Oh my god. So for your streamer, I need you guys to do me a solid. I'm in it. Okay, cool. I need you guys to do me a solid, alright? I need you to keep asking Mika for English VAs. They're never going to do it, but I need it. So thank you. The canned food transported by the Mangi security concealed a substance called iridis, iridis, a brown powder rumored to contain anti-elid properties. Its ingredients are unknown. It's often mixed with beverages and sold as elid to elid patients. Its actual effectiveness is unverified, but it has not passed regulatory approval. It is, without a question, a banned substance. Oh. I retrieved this on site. I have video evidence to back it up. Anessa opens the satchel and pours the powder into her palm, and then rubs it between her fingers. You weren't discovered while collecting this evidence, were you? I don't think so. I destroyed the truck's dash cam. There are only 2 witnesses were the Voyagers. I tossed them into a ravine. Statistically, there should be no solid evidence against me. Dang. Thanks, Automod. What'd you say? What did mod? I haven't seen nothing. Also, congratulations, Weird Nintendo fan. Welcome in. Lack of evidence doesn't mean that you won't be suspected. No witnesses also means no one to testify for you. Both you and the physical evidence disappear for too long. If there are any discrepancies in the cargo count later, suspicions will naturally fall on you. It doesn't matter if they do. This evidence is enough to implicate or indict Mangy Security, and by then I should be reinstated in the PSA. Hold on. Who said you're coming back? You? This mission isn't finished. Our goal is to uncover evidence of them trafficking Vitalists. Finding evidence of Iridius, a banned substance, should prompt a full investigation by the PSA. That would likely lead to clues on Vitalis, no? Besides, the Voyagers' claim if it's true, Iridius is already causing serious harm in the contaminated zones. The longer it's left unchecked, the more people will be in danger. Nikketa, I'm not dismissing the results of your investigation, but... Anicia rubs the bridge of her nose. First of all, these security companies, backed by big corporations, have countless ways to evade risk. Just this bit of evidence isn't enough for a full investigation, and we'll lose a chance to keep digging into Vitalis. Secondly, please remember our jurisdiction. We are the PSA of Satellite City Odea 13. We're responsible for Odea 13 residents. The residents in the contaminated zones are not under our protection. So you're saying there won't be any action taken regarding Idris or whatever? There will be, just not right now. We'll file the evidence for archives. Just filing it? Yeah, get mad. They ain't doing their job. You joined to protect and serve the people, not yourselves. Odessa. You're not just yourselves. Where's my taxpayer money going? All this collapse crystals. Remember that city is going to be important. Okay. Nikketa. Anicia's tone darkens. I know that justice is a core key word for your foundational logic, but justice in the real world isn't so simple. Sometimes, in order to achieve greater justice, you have to allow some loss to happen, even if it contradicts your programming. Hey, as the writer of Street Hawk, the woman who answers the call of justice, I can't agree with that. Freak you. By the way, do you remember Grose's gun name? OTS-14? I have it written down. Yeah, good. In order to protect justice, we must not turn a blind eye to illegal activity. Or we must turn a blind eye to illegal activity. That logic makes no sense to me. Also, you said the contaminated zones are under our jurisdiction, but think about it the other way. Residents of Odea 13 are committing crimes. Doesn't that warrant immediate action? Don't play word games with me. I understand this is very difficult for a doll to grasp. Oh my god! Y'all say this like sprinkled on everything. You just need to follow orders, and from now on, act cautiously and keep a low profile. Record things, but don't interfere. Gradually work your way in the inner circle. Understood? Nikketa locks eyes with Anissa for a long time. Then finally looks away. Understood. Justice isn't so simple. No, justice is simple. Don't let those who walk or hurt others walk free, no matter the situation. Always do what you believe is right. Oh, yeah, it's all one of the consequences of one doll on Girls Frontline 1. You guys don't even know what you're transporting. We sell them. I already read that. They brew the drinks. People are dying because the drugs you didn't book. People are committing crimes, and people are dying because of it. As someone who knows the truth and with the ability to do something, I just can't sit by and do nothing. She kind of bombed Berlin. Okay. And people didn't like that. I would assume people wouldn't like a whole major city being exploded in. After the workday ends, employees stream out of the building. Once Nikketa confirms that David has left, she walks against the crowd into the office building. Countless terminal screens are casting a faint blue glow on the empty office. Nikketa moves along and sits on her own desk, pretending to work on a report as she discreetly connects to level 2. Found it. David's IP address, but his password protected. Nikketa cracks her knuckles. Let's do this. I respect her. She want to get stuff done. It might get a little bullheaded or a little stupid, but she's standing on her business. I can't say nothing. Who's gonna hear the cry of justice? Alright, just some recent transport logs. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. Nikketa scans through the logs carefully. Multiple shipments to Phobe Factory Lev 14. Why does this pharmaceutical factory need so much? Wine and drinking glasses? Even if for employee benefits, the quantity and frequency are excessive. Maybe these, like the canned black concurrents, are just cover goods to conceal our banned substances. She spots a PSA border control stamp at the bottom of the shipping manifest. Her expression darkens. Right. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Hang on. She flips to the pages. Nikketa notices a particular number. Among a long string of nearly identical timestamps, one transport log stands out. Order blank. Same route, but the transportation time was nearly doubled in its usual duration. Listed a reason of a collapse storm. I thought we were done rewarding. Suddenly, her personal communicator rings. She exits level 2 temporarily. Unknown caller. Hello, this is Nikketa. Mosin? Whoa, she showed up for real twice. No wonder she showed up in the pool today. She's in the freaking story. Well, hello, Mosin. Also, you are tall. Freak. Hi, Nikketa. It's Mosin Nagat. Nagat and I are on an assignment. I hate that you did that. I hate that word can be used together. In Odea 13 right now. Why'd you leave the PSA? Mosin Nagat? Surprised by an unexpected call, Nikketa instinctively glances at the security cameras on the ceiling. I can't really talk right now. She's like, this is the worst time to call. Long time no see, Mosin. Oh, sure. If you're free tonight, come meet us at District K. Number 153. Let's hang out. See ya. Got it. Well, the call ends and Nikketa thinks for a moment. If I remember correctly, Mosin Nagant works for the PSA administration too. Oh, she does? Okay, I guess she's just really Russian or whatever, because she's very dressed for the snow and not just police work, but okay. Though in a different satellite city. A plan begins to form in her neural cloud. There's one more thing I need to do first. Nikketa backs up the transportation records and logs that David's terminal, then turns off the screen. Yeah. Someone about to cancel me. What do you mean by really Russian? What do you mean by that? In a deserted hallway, she stands before the door to the surveillance room. Looks like I won't be buying toys for the kids this month. She knocks several times, but no one answers. Just as she's about to inspect the door's keypad, she hears footsteps behind her. The surveillance operator appears holding a meal container. Looks like he was out for dinner. A doll? What do you want? Though caught off guard, Nikketa recovers quickly. You must be Mr. Anthony. I'm Nikketa. Commander David sent me to confirm the previous footage was properly deleted. David. He glances around cautiously and lowers his voice. You're new. Haven't I seen you before? I was brought to the Mangi security by Captain David, working with him on the inside. Fine. Of course the footage was deleted. Does that paranoid dad not trust me? May I double check? It's not your place to tell me what to do. Duh! Yeah, he keeps saying it, the most racist term. If David has doubts, let him come himself. He should know by now I don't work for free. Gotta pay up if you want something done. Could I please double check? I said no. He stops abruptly, his eyes fixated on the card in Nikketa's hand. I found this in the hallway. A withdrawal card with worth 250 credit tokens. No idea who dropped it. I'll take that. I'll drop it in lost and found. Sure you will. I'll be back in 15 minutes. After he leaves, Nikketa slips into the surveillance room and closes the door. Countless screens emit a faint or white glow in the room, like eyes all watching an intruder from their domain. Nikketa steps up to the control panel and begins searching. Hand over the data. I'm here to sell your data. Why did you do that? She really attacked the whole area that was not necessary. Bah. Easy kill. Send the dog. Found it. Data floods into her neural cloud. She navigates her level 2. A particular frame catches her eye. Can't be too careful, Ellie. In it, David seems to be getting out of his vehicle. Also, thank you all so much for being here while I'm reading. Do you know how hard it is to read all this to myself? It makes me feel like a crazy person. I can't freaking do it. God. So thank you. In it, David can be seen getting out of the vehicle. Nikketa notes down the license plate number. Well, the employee garage weren't only accessible to staff and registered vehicles. I wouldn't need to check the surveillance. Anyways, I got the plate. Now. Wait a moment. Boy. Classic Rusky. You're crazy, though. Crazy good narrator. I don't know what that means. You hydrate, Ellie? Alright. Had another sip. I'm holding the cup on me. I don't normally hold it with me. The footage continues. A familiar figure appears, getting into David's private car. Isn't that Una? Anissa's daughter? What would she have to do with the Mangi security? What in the airport store am I looking at? Later in the cafeteria in the commercial district, Nikketa meets up with Mose Nagant and her team. Huh? Protocol violations? Seriously? What happened exactly? It's complicated. Oh, sounds like you're hiding something. It's been a while since Griffin, but I remember back then, Nikketa was the most by the book of all of us. But wow, your workplace has such a bad vibe. The front desk totally flipped out and threw us out when they heard that we were looking for you. What do you do to your poor coworkers? Ahem, Kasena. Sorry, Nikketa. If you don't want to talk, just ignore her. She just likes stirring the pot. Stirring the pot? Also, they use the term stirring the pot. I'm not curious, or I'm just curious. And hey, you or yourself were wondering why she left the PSA before she got here, remember? I was not. You totally were. You practically had, ooh, gossip, gimme, written all over your face. Be honest with yourself, Senior Nagant, who drinks milk. I did not. Cut it out already. What's wrong with milk anyway? It's not that I want to talk, or don't want to talk. Griffin, not Griffith. We're not going on at midnight. Keep your head swiveled. Griffin. Oi. Nikketa speaks calmly, her expression composed but earnest. It's just that a lot of strange things have happened to me recently. Things that are hard to explain. Right now, all the evidence I have is fragmented, and it doesn't form a complete picture. Rushing to tell you everything might not be a good idea. Why, you could tell us what you do know. Maybe we can help you piece things together. Nikketa falls silent. Huh, of course. If you'd rather not, that's fine too. Just a suggestion. Thank you, Mosin Nagant. But even if I did tell you everything, I might still need your help. Help? Is it about the matter? Related to your protocol violation? It is somewhat. Or if you want help without telling us the full story, you can have or can't have it at our. Oh, you can't have it all. Oh, there we go. You want our help without telling us the full story? You can't have it all, you know. I'll pay you. All right, boss. What kind of service do you require? That's funny. Cassina, your attitude changed real quick. Who says no to money? You had me, you've known me long enough. I'll make sure you're compensated for your time, since this would eat into your free hours. Or a reasonable client. What a breath of fresh air. Snow Nikketa, tell us what you need help with. I'll need to assess the risk. I have a license plate number that I'd like you to trace the vehicle's travel history and see if any are suspicious locations like come up or whatever. The group exchanges glances. Nikketa, you're not involved in anything too dangerous, are you? Asking us to track a law-abiding citizen. This isn't just about time or money anymore. Can you at least tell us why? Why isn't it just about money? Cassina! Fine, fine. Got it, senior. Cassina shuts her mouth. Nikketa speaks again, somewhat guiltily. Sorry, I can't really tell you that either. A heavy silence hangs in the air. I know it doesn't feel good to be forced into a situation without knowing anything. Honestly, I don't fully understand it all either, so I can't just jump to any conclusions. But when I piece together the truth, I will tell you everything. And if this caused you any harm, I'll take full responsibility. Responsibility? What if helping you guys are... Well, helping you gets us fired from the PSA. I doubt it come to that, as long as we're careful. You shut up! Nikketa pauses and then seems to make up her mind. If you get fired, then I'll support you. Huh? I can take mercenary jobs in the contaminated zone outside of my main duties. They pay well. I've already passed the qualifications. Whoa, wait a minute. What are you even talking about? She's like, dang, girl, calm down. Loza rubs her forehead. Nikketa, this is serious. Nikketa stops talking and lowers her gaze. Sorry, that was thoughtless of me. I do need your help. Out of the trust we built for a griffin, I chose to ask you. But you're absolutely right. It's not fair to you if I don't tell you anything. Oh, so you're going to tell us the inside story? I'll tell you parts of it selectively. After Nikketa finishes her account, the group falls into a deep thought. That's a lot to take in. So, you're saying the person tied to the license plate is definitely a criminal, and you suspect someone else of collaborating with them? Yes, the crime itself is already confirmed, but I haven't reported it yet to avoid tipping them off. I need more evidence to uncover who's behind them. So, what we're doing is essentially assisting in an investigation. That's one way to put it. Moznagat takes Nikketa's calm but resolute face and finally exhales. Alright, give me the license plate number. We'll head to the Ministry of Transport and dig around. And, if you have other plans, please be careful. I do. Seriously? I also wanted to ask you to help me tail someone. Nikketa pulls out a photo and slides it across the table. The image is shadowy and a bit blurry. Everyone leans in. This person, I think I've seen her before. You have? Where? I've been idle these past few days after work at Odea 13. I've been picking up side gigs. Alright, Cassina, good on you. A few days ago, I was working at a psych clinic, and I saw this person. The uniform stood out, so it stuck in my mind. Really? Can you take me to that clinic? I can, but... Cassina, you're not going to ask for more money now, are you? You mustn't. Why not? My intel's super useful. If it'll push his case forward for a great deal. Right, how much do you want? No, Nikketa, don't encourage her crooked schemes. Classic Cassina, indeed. How is this crooked? Senior, You're you're poor precisely because you don't know how to hustle. Why, you little. While the two bicker, Mosin Nagant turns again towards Nikketa. I'm guessing you can't tell us why you want to follow, or this person followed either. Sorry. With a sigh, Mosin Nagant leads in and places a hand on Nikketa's. I'll say it again. Be careful. Nikketa's calm gaze flickers slightly. Understood. Thank you all. That was funny. This is why you're broke. I'm about to be broke. Oh. Why, seniors, why you get no money? This is why you complain about the lunch you eat. This is why you don't have anybody help you with none of your extra business. You're broke, and you'll always be broke. Night in Odessa is far from quiet. Soft light shine through the fully heighted windows of the high-rise buildings, calm and restrained. A tall figure stands out for one such window, looking at the cold cityscape. Oh. Mr. Scott, I was just saying Main Security parent company has always had a good relationship with yours. We haven't forgotten whose help and support we received to establish ourselves in Odea 13. Please pass it along to Mr. Rurik. Of course. Everything we discussed in this call will be relayed to him verbatim. So please, choose your words carefully, Miss Carmen. Or, naturally, I'll speak openly, so long as it's within my knowledge and within my boundaries. I think you might be evil. What Miss Rurik, or Mr. Rurik, seems most concerned about is another technical team that it assembled. Also, so I guess the one thing we've had now, or at least like faction-wise that we kind of know is evil, is this Mangi security thing. They seem to just be bad all around, even in this second thing that we've gotten with them. And we already know they have ties to Paradius, or was... Oh, maybe it wasn't ties to Paradius. They were letting Paradius, like, get away with crap or whatever? Keep that name and note? Okay. Until recently, Giard RD team has been the unquestioned pioneer and leader in third-generation doll research. We will not tolerate any theft of Giard's technical advancements at this current critical juncture. Whatever. Oh, freak. Please don't let that trouble you. The tall woman glances at her subordinate who just entered the room and signals for silence. VSK's 94's data has not been shared with the new technical team. Jard remains in the lead, which is when it comes to third-generation doll manufacturing. Locked down that tightly. So this doll, codenamed VSK-94, how does she differ from the others we acquired from the IOP? I don't know. Mangi Security was simply instructed to contain and hold on to the doll. We were not given any access to relevant data. There has been no further directive from the council. Never mind. No point asking further. I'll go ahead and relay Mr. Rurik's orders then. Carmen raises her eyebrows at the word orders, but her tone remains respectful. Don't you mean down? She looked pissed. Please do. There's no doubt that our VSK-94 is special. However, discovering the nature of her uniqueness will require your company's cooperation. Of course, we won't force Mangi Security to synchronize VSK-94's data, as that would place our loyal allies in violations of our contract terms, which would hinder further cooperation and intelligence sharing. Instead, we hope Mangi Security will assign VSK-94 to a mission within Giard's jurisdiction. After that, we can detain her under the pretense of trespassing on private property and perform a study on her frame. The findings of this research we'll partially share with our loyal allies. This method also offers a degree of deniability against the accountability from it. What meticulous and well-planned operation. I'll report the full plan to the general manager. Expect good news soon. The call ends. Carmen loosens her collar and sits down on the sofa. The subordinate who has been waiting nearby hands her a glass of red wine at just the right time. How evil do you have to be drinking red wine at the right time after an evil phone call? Pioneer leader, technological achievement. Such bold words. Whatever. Let's hear the report. Carmen takes a sip of wine and listens to the report. Halfway through, she frowns. Why is VHK 94 sent on a convert mission? It was probably due to a dispatching error. Probably. Originally, VSK 94 was assigned to a regular transport mission, but its task, number, and content and destination overlap with those of the convert mission, which resulted in a management error. Has frontline management become this sloppy? I should perform a personal reshuffle of Christopher. The woman's lip curls in a chilling smirk. Was there any unusual behavior from VSK 94 or afterwards? According to the neurolog inspection, it appears not. Neurologs from dolls aren't reliable. They can even be used as a formal evidence. That gives me more reason to suspect VSK 94 has already discovered our covert operations. So what next? Next, since Yard plans to use his trespassing excuse, why shouldn't we or I do the same? Before that, I want to make sure that my piece is still where it should be. Understood. One more thing. What do we do about David? If it were just embezzlement, we could have just fired him. But he's come into contact with our convert business. This goes far beyond a simple dismissal. His recklessness may cause immeasurable losses. We can't keep him around anymore. So, unofficial disposal? No need to rush. I'll make sure his death is worthwhile. Hey, we got evil people killing evil people. That's fun. So this is the place. Yeah. The vehicle owner which you asked us to investigate, the one called David, shows up here the most frequently aside from the Mangi security office in his home. Look, the street sign matches the one in the surveillance footage. The two dolls circle around the warehouse. Doors and windows are locked. Let's go in through the exhaust vent. The exhaust vent? My clothes are just laundered. Fine, but you better reimburse me for cleaning. They crawl to the vent and enter the warehouse interior. So much dust. What a dump, and it's dark, too. Nikketa and Kinsena each pull out a flashlight and start searching. The flashlight gradually reveals the warehouse's structure. On the left side, many crates are stacked high onto the metal shelves. Nikketa climbs up and inspects them one by one. Yes, all of them contain cans of Iris. Something to the right of the rack catches Nikketa's attention. She jumps down and approaches the worn-torn sofa placed in the corner. Wait, this spot is a photo. She pulls out her terminal and retrieves a photo that Anissa had previously shown her. The one with the person holding the vial of Telis or whatever. The photo is low resolution, but based off the tears of the fabric, she can tell this is the same sofa. This photo was taken here? She closely examines the silhouette of the person in the image and compares it to David's profile from her neural cloud. How did they take this photo if you had to sneak in from the ducts? That makes that photo seem very staged, in my opinion, but we'll see if they go in that route. Profile silhouette similarity, 70% match. So David isn't just slinging uterus, but also Vitalis. A terrible hypothesis emerges in her neural cloud. Hey, Nikketa, come look over here. I found something weird. Cassina beckons her at a distance. Nikketa turns and walks towards her. My flashlight rolled into the shelf just now, and when I reached under it to get it, I found this. Looks like a toy, right? But it has comms and a camera. Kids' toys these days sure are fancy. Oi, Cassina hands over their toy badge. It's a familiar toy badge with dried blood caked onto it. Where exactly did you find this? Over there. You look kind of scary. Nikketa walks over to the indicated shelf and points her flashlight towards it. Uh-oh. Nothing obvious stands out. She grips the rack and gives it a shake, then applies some force to push it aside. The old metal groans under the strain as it threatens to topple over. Cassina hurries over to right it. Whoa, slow down. These crates on top are going to fall. As the light hits the floor behind the shelf, bloodstains come into view. They're sloppily wiped, but still clearly visible. Is that blood? Hey. Don't tell me that your investigation involves a murder, too. In that case, we should really report this to public security. Cassina continues prattling, but Nikketa is no longer listening. She stares at the bloodstains and grips the toy badge tightly. Una. Every time I see the cult, my skin crawls a little bit. I hate reading the cult stuff. Time for RoboCop to be on the case. As night falls, people of the Satellite City crowd in the commercial district, trying to shake off the day's fatigue under the neon lights. Penn Psychology Counseling, District D, number blank. This is where I used to work part-time. Yeah, and right about now is when I'd be on shift as a cleaner. I'd buy that for $1. I already told the front desk to call in the temp. Whoa. Cassina stretches while watching the bustling crowd with boredom. I want to go shopping too. Nikketa, we've been working full throttle today. First a warehouse out in the sticks, now a psych office. You better be paying me for all this overtime. Nikketa doesn't respond, seeming lost in thought. Hey, Nikketa, are you listening? Huh? Oh, I'm out of funds for now. I'll pay you back later. Cassina eyes the clearly distracted Nikketa and sighs. That badge. Did it belong to someone important to you? Una's cheerful smile flashes Nikketa's neural cloud. I can't say for sure yet. Cassina, stand guard out here. I'm going in. Alright, make it quick. At the workroom by the entrance, Nikketa changes into a janitorial doll uniform and pushes a cleaning cart into the office. The fit is a bit tight. I bet it is. Oh. The office is still open, but a few people remain. Counseling room 1, room 4, archive room there. The archive room is unlocked. Nikketa pushes the door open. Despite the name, this is actually a server room. The terminal sits in the back corner of the data retrieval. Let's see. She types the name into the terminal. A pop-up requests a password. Of course. Darn it, I gotta keep fighting. Freak. Of course it's a freaking password. Go, go, go! Ow. That was quick. She overrides the control access. No more password blocks. She now has complete access to the archive database. Data floods into her neural cloud, and she quickly spots the entry she needs. Found it. Inicia Chernova. Let's see if there's any clues about Una. Excerpt from counseling session audio log. Blank. Chernova. Let's begin. Alright. When you came in just now, I noticed you kept staring at this painting. Is there something special about it? The girl in this painting looks a lot like my daughter. You have a daughter? 10 seconds of silence. An adopted daughter, to be precise. Adopted? She must have an unusual background. She's the orphan child of a colleague. What happened to your colleague? 30 seconds of silence. I can't say. A painful memory? Yes, I was there when he died. He died for me. So I must raise his daughter well and provide her with the best life I can. This gift of life is incredibly heavy. It sounds like she means a great deal to you. She's my everything. At first, I truly did see her as my colleague's orphan, but over the years we spent together, she's become my daughter in every sense. Even though we're not biologically related, she's still my daughter. Aside from her, is there anyone or anything else that's important to you? For a person having multiple emotional anchors is essential. A minute of silence. Sorry. It's okay. There's no need to apologize. Let's talk about something else. Do you still engage in charity work? Yes. I occasionally donate to orphanages, or take Una along with me to do volunteer work. Is Una your daughter? Did she like going to the orphanage? I really enjoy doing that. She's such a kind kid, always eager to help others. She does sound like a well-behaved child. More than just well-behaved, she has a strong sense of justice, like the sun. And she loves watching the news and gets upset about anything unjust. When I tell her there's no such thing as a perfect fairness in the world, she insists that even so, she'd like to do her part to make things a little bit more fair. I'm ruining the moment for 5 seconds. I felt like one of those r/that really happened. I told my daughter about the injustices that happen to people in the workforce, and she said, "Oh, it's so messed up that you don't get paid leave." Where did the kid learn the word leave? That sense of justice. Did she pick it up around you? No, she's not like me. When it comes to fairness and justice, I've long since... Sounds a vibrating communicator, rustling clothes, and a button is pressed. Sorry, urgent work call. No worries. Let's end this session here for today, then. End of recording. Una's her adopted daughter? I should listen to another one. Oh, it's quite lively here today. Yes. There's a sharing event going on. The company ordered even some decent catering. How about a glass of something water? What's that? A beverage from my hometown. Apparently it was all the rage ages ago. It was all the rage ages ago, my bad. Because of its unique taste. And now it's back in production. Want to try it? No, I don't drink anything from the outside. Professional habit? You could say that. That's fine. Let's talk about your hometown. Are there any distinctive foods? Mud cakes, dried rice, or dried grass and rice. Man, you were poor. Sounds unappetizing. In the contaminated zones, having anything to eat at all is considered lucky. You were born in the contaminated zones? Yes. It must have been a hard climb from there to your current position. Rustling of clothes. It was easy, and also very hard. I sold my soul to get where I am now. From this position, I have to do some very dangerous things. Whether I move back and forth, or back or forward, it's an abyss either way. Then your soul must have or be great of value. A value that can be discarded at any time. What the heck? Hey Andre, what's up? Let me ask you something. As an individual who would rather be abandoned or choose to give up something yourself. Or would you rather be abandoned or choose to give up something yourself? 1 minute of silence. Fabric rustling. Neither. I don't want to lose anything. You mean you don't want to give up your current position? You'll be left with nothing, right? Or if you do give it up, you'll be left with nothing. Yes. At least you are more honest today. What's that supposed to mean? You'll lose your daughter, too. I don't know. My daughter loves police dramas. She always looked up to me, and I'm afraid that if she found out the truth about what I do, she'd be disappointed and leave me. I can't accept that. I wouldn't be able to bear it. The shirt? Oh, you meant the shirt. Why didn't you say so, buddy? My bad, bro. Yeah, I love women with big personalities. Yeah. 1 moment. Before we go any further, I would need to confirm something. Your work doesn't involve anything illegal or criminal activities, does it? Don't answer that question. He has to report you if it does. Of course not. So it's not illegal or criminal, but it's something that you cannot openly talk about, is that right? Yes. That's fine. Electronic tone. Time's up. That's all for today's session. See you next week, Anissa. Goodbye. End of recording. Born in the contaminated zones and sold her soul to gain her position. Was she talking about her current role at the Public Security Administration? Let's see if there's more recent recordings. Got it. Anissa, we've been doing these sessions for a whole year now, but I still feel like you're not truly opening up to me. Have I done something wrong? I've read your health reports. Both your depression and anxiety have grown more severe. Are you sure that coming here every week is actually helping? It is. 8 minutes of silence. That's crazy. I won't press you to reveal more than you're comfortable with, but I do have to remind you, our conversation continues to be so brief and unfocused, then the time and money that you're spending here might not give you the value that they should. You really do care about your work. It's just basic professional ethics. I just want someone to talk to. Understood. Then let's keep having conversations like this. Exiting level 2, Nikketa stands in front of the terminal and reflects on the recording she just heard. Suddenly, she recalls the strange feeling she had when she first took on this mission. My entry into the Mangry security was far too smooth. From these recordings, it's clear that Anissa is hiding something. Plus, the surveillance footage of Una getting into David's car, and Anissa must have some kind of connection to Mangry security. Nikketa remembers the bloodstained badge. I need to record all this fragmented information and analyze it later. Right now, our top priority is finding Una. Wow. There's Coalfiend crashing out and threatening to shoot that guy. You guys remember that? Fun times, right? Nikketa drives a transportation truck along the road to the contaminated zones, occasionally pulling up a second map for comparison. Same route, but the transportation time has nearly doubled our usual duration. Listed reason of collapsed storm. Oh. But it was a clear day. No such storm occurred. It must have been something else. Warning, you are off route. Recalculating. Nikketa ignores the system alert and then turns into a different fork in the road. As they pass a massive landfill, Korlik, who has been quietly laying in the passenger seat, suddenly sits up and starts barking out the window. Are you picking up a familiar scent to our blood sample? It wolfed. Alright, let's get out of here. Following Coolidge, Nikketa enters the sprawling trash mounds that are stretched kilometers. Yeah, by the way, just for a reminder of people who are skipping that part, his name was Darren Claude, that killed him. How'd the pools go? I got V2. I actually got, I won 50-50. I lost 50-50 first, and then I won her 3 times, so that's nice. One more copy, and then I can possibly get there. Terrible. Dylan's, I did rough up. I'm sorry, Dylan. We went through all of Dylan's gyms. I'm still sorry. Rubble, scrap metal. It's like a world long abandoned. Korlich leaps to the elevated spot, raises his head, and gently shakes it as if trying to pinpoint the scent in the air. Before Coolidge can make a move, Nikketa hears footsteps behind her. Who's there? Hey, how many times do I have to say it? This is my turf. You think you can mess with the king of this dump without facing his gun? Ow! Before he can even draw his pistol, a sneering pain shoots through his wrist. He looks closely and realizes the doll who was distances away a moment ago is now standing silently right in front of him and gripping his wrist tightly. His gun clatters to the ground. Yo, welcome in, bag. Ow! Ow! Mercy, please! Brave warrior. Take whatever you want. Scavenge all you like. I'm not here to scavenge. I just need you to answer a few questions. You got it. I swear, I'll tell you anything I know, ma'am. Here comes the ma'ams. Oh, Bad, do you like my shirt? I bought this new shirt. Do you like my shirt? Tell me my shirt looks nice. Thank you. Have you seen this man before? Nikketa pulls up a photo of David from her neural cloud and shows it to him. No! No! It's a great shirt. It looks stupid on you. Well, we're ignoring bag now. Nikketa pulls up a photo of David from her terminal and shows it to him. This guy I don't recognize the face, but... Scavenger squints at the terminal and slaps his forehead. Oh, that outfit. I've seen it before. A few months back, on the other side of the trash hill. He looked like he was bearing something. When I saw him, he was facing off with some elites. Oh, that's when he threw the body. Funny shirt. Oi, I swear you're just wearing it over your suit. Maybe. Bearing what? Let me check, or let me tell you, I was scared crapless. He had a plastic bag and was surrounded by elites. To escape, he hurled the bag at the time, and guess what? They ripped it open and a corpse fell out. Classic baggy behavior. Oi, the true soon. Hey, I just recently woke up. I hadn't seen your DM. Intestines and fingers flying everywhere, just like a horror flick. The scavenger gestures animatedly, but Nikketa's expression grows grim. Where exactly did this happen? Take me there. Is this a murder case? Am I helping solve a case? Cut the nonsense and move. Yes, ma'am. This is it, I reckon. Oh, wait, there we go. The scavenger leads Nikketa to the other side of the trash hill. Months of wind and sand have buried all traces. There's no visible sign of the violence that he has described. But the scent of blood still lingers. As Correlage arrives, he starts barking and digging in a specific spot. Here? Nikketa kneels down and begins shifting through the garbage with her hands. After a while, she stops. The scavenger leans over and sees Nikketa staring blankly at something in her hand. It's a very small child's shoe. Whoa! Oh, that's dark! He killed a baby? Bag played a little, took me for a loop. Dang, I didn't know if they were gonna go this far. That's... Scavenger can say anything. Coolidge, who had been wagging his tail beside Nikketa, suddenly leaps and barks furiously behind them. Elids, what the heck? I thought this area was clear by hunters. Elid drools and growls ravenously as they close in. The scavenger's leg lifts out in fear. We're screwed. I didn't bring enough ammo. Step back. I told you it's become dark. Hey, man. You were for real, for real. Dang, bro. That's actually sad. They're actually going to make me tear up. The scavenger stares dumbly at Nikketa, who steps forward and plants herself in front of him. Then she sharply resolute figure. Yeah, I said step back. Leave this to me. Man, bro, you weren't kidding. Girls front line does not hold back sometimes. Y'all brought up that whole justice thing, too. They're really building that up. I should have saw it coming, but typically most games won't go that far. Yeah, you gotta die. So this game is definitely gonna head into a stretcher for a bit. This isn't the meeting frequency we agreed on. Seeing each other often, or too often, increases the risk of exposure. I told you that before, didn't I? They got their balls back by this event in CM. In a dimly lit room, Anissa and Nikketa sit facing each other. Remember the Invincible episode? Anissa seems irritated, and gone is the warmth and friendliness she showed in the initial meeting. So, what do you want this time? I'll be direct, Anissa. Are you in contact with Magni Security? Anissa raises her eyebrow. Do you know what you're saying? I suspect my superior is a mole for Magni Security. To make that kind of accusation, you must have quite a bit of evidence. Go on, then. Not hard proof, but... Then save it. I expect a doll to be delusional. Or maybe this alleged performance defect of your frame, the one that you used to justify your dismissal, weren't fabricated after all. Anissa remains unfazed. Listen, Nikketa, if you don't want this mission, you can back out. I only picked you because you seem to understand the concepts of justice and duty better than other dolls. In other words, you're the best option, but not the only one. Though, I do need to correct what I said earlier. Given your performance so far, if you do choose to quit, I won't allow you to return to the Public Security Administration. In fact, I request that all your neurologs purge, just to ensure no confidential information leaks. Nothing personal, it's just protocol. Nissa speaks casually, but Nikketa hears a veiled threat in her words. I don't care what you think to me, but you seem to be contradicting yourself. What do you mean? You emphasize how replaceable I am, while at the same time making a threat after threat to stop me from quitting. Which is it? Do you want me gone or not? It's up to you. I'm just making the consequences clear. I'm not leaving. I'll keep investigating. Investigating what? Whether I'm a mangy security mole? No. I want to find out what happened to Una and bring whoever hurt her to justice. The tension in the room shifts the instant Nikketa utters the name. Anissa's eyes whiten slightly. For a moment, she's speechless. After a while, she finally finds her voice. It wavers as she speaks. You said hurt? What happened to Una? What have you found? Nikketa pulls out a blood-stained badge and a broken shoe out of her backpack. Speaking softly, she recounts how she discovered the mangy security employee that had been stealing company property, and as she found Una's toy badge in the warehouse. And this shoe. I hacked colleague's transport terminal and checked out his delivery logs. Out of 78 completed runs along this particular route, 77 took almost exactly the same amount of time, within 3 hours of variance. But one delivery, on February 9th this year, took almost twice as long. That delivery timestamp matched up closely with Una, got into his car or the surveillance footage just a day or two earlier. So while doing another delivery run, I took a detour to investigate the route. That's when I found the landfill in this shoe. Anissa falls silent. She turns to the badge and the shoe, over and over in her hands, as if trying to search for any trace of life in the inert objects. At last, she looks up, asking a trembling question. Did you find Unha or her? Dang, they had tears in her eyes doing this. For the first time, Nikketa recognizes the emotion known as heartbreak in Anissa's eyes. It makes her hesitant to speak the whole truth. No, those two things are all I found. Anissa says nothing. She just stares at the objects in front of her, as if trying to trace Una's story through them, as if bracing herself to face pain that might be too great to bear. Anissa breathing is clearly audible in silence. It's a kind of ragged breathing that gives the illusion of someone drowning. The sound of an incoming call pierces through the silence like a knife through ice. The air seems to flow again. Anissa glances at the communicator beside her. On the screen flashing a code name she both fears and despises. She collects herself. Hello? I'm listening. Anissa stands up and walks to the window. After a moment, she glances back at Nikketa. She didn't report anything about the incident to me. She only said that she encountered Voyagers in a lost shipment. Even if she did learn something, I can have her neurocloud reformatted. Though completely legal and proper channels, no loose ends. Hold off for now? Alright. So, it was a task management error. No wonder. I was wondering why she'd been assigned to run that route. Should I dispatch a team of public security officers to the location? Understood. I've taken note. As the person at the other end of the line seems ready to hang up, Anissa Hurley stops them. Wait, may I speak with Unha just for a moment? There's something I'd like to say to her. We'll be allowed to meet after the mission? Alright. The call disconnects. Anissa remains by the window. Outside, a light rain begins to fall. Droplets trail down the glass, passing over a reflected face, vanishing into the night. Maybe it wasn't even Una's. The probability isn't absolute. But who was it? Who was it? Or who was what? The suspect. The smuggler of the illicit drugs. Your colleague. What was his name? David. David Evans. David Evans. Anissa grips the badge in her hand. Its sharp edges dig into her hand. Like a frenzied thorn growing from beneath a crumbling ruin. A burning zeal fills Anissa with a newfound sense of purpose. David Evans. David Evans. David Evans. Oh. Anissa murmurs the name over and over, like a sorceress in a forest casting a dark, grotesque spell. Anissa, ma'am? It's all their crap. What are you talking about? The sound of Nikketa's voice. Anissa clutches her own throat with both hands tightly. Stop it! Stay back! Anissa grasps for breath, her nails digging into her neck. After a while, her breathing steadies, and her eyes are slowly clear. She looks at Nikketa again. Nikketa, are you interested in learning the truth? Pardon? About the things from the past. Things that are about to happen to you in the future. I originally planned to help that vampire trick you in the end, but so that our mission would end and I could take back Una and leave it all behind. But now that Una's gone, nothing matters anymore. Even if I don't fight back, I'll be bled dry in the end too. And if that happens, I'll have no way to avenge her. Yes, well, I'm still in the game. Nikketa sees a dark flame dance in Anissa's eyes, an all-consuming flame of hatred. But this intel won't come free. I need your help. She spits out the words vehemently, with clarity. I want revenge. Dang. Bloody lie. How are you guys feeling? You guys feeling okay? You feeling good? You guys need a support hug? Do we need support hugs in the chat? It does. Several Mangi security transport trucks enter the docks at port. Good. I need blood. We've arrived at the port. 3 more cargo zones until we reach the target location. Blood of my enemies. Listen carefully, Nikketa. I'll repeat this one more time. Your mission this time, officially, is to restock the goods that were lost in the previous delivery, but due to the supplier's last-minute cargo change, or supplier schedule change, they can no longer make the delivery. You and your team are to collect the cargo yourselves. I don't need support hugs from a penguin. Coming from a guy who tried hugging me for an extra minute? That's right. Exposed. I need more power. I need some water. Give me 1 second. Ooh, we're getting that point where my head's starting to hurt. Oh, it's probably also the heat. It's 85 again. It took a bit longer than normal, but it's warmer again. I don't take hugs. I give hugs. That's gonna get you canceled. You needed a hug from me. Oh, that's so cute. I gave you a hug, not the other way around. It's crazy that you're threatening people with hugs. There's like 5 internal jokes at me laughing at you, but I won't say why. I'll just leave them be. However, this, in fact, abduction targeting you. An armed group will intercept you shortly. For some unknown reason, they intend to capture you first. Don't make it too easy. Put up a bit of a fight, and then just keep up the act. Yada, yada, yada. Got it. Have you installed the remote control component I gave you? Yes. Good. If they shut you down, I'll reboot you manually. When you wake up, stay still. Understood. After 3 cargo zones, the vehicle halts. Nikketa sees David jump out from the truck and signaling them to disembark. Are we going to wait here, Captain David? According to the mission briefing, this is the place. If it weren't for those darn Viagers, we wouldn't have to make this trip. David, is that the one that you said took Una away? Nikketa taps her earpiece twice. That's the agreed upon signal to transport or transmitting information covertly when there's someone nearby. Huh? Someone's coming. Here, hey, over here. A shadow looms within the fog. David waves at it, but it stops short when getting closer. That's not human. The first to emerge from the fog is a cold gun barrel. Behind the automaton, a wave of red light flickers to life, as if a dozen elid eyes are ready for the hunt. What's going on? Aren't we here to pick up cargo? The automaton halts in front of them. Warning. This is private property. Trespassers must surrender immediately. Drop their weapons and submit to questioning. This is private. I just the whole thing again. Private property? Captain David, they're not here for the trade. We're under attack. Wait, hold on. Show us those badges. If you're not wearing a t-shirt like Ellie's, you are going to be arrested. Those who go vroom vroom when Kulkai are on camera will be prosecuted for twice as many crimes of degeneracy. Oh, oops. We actually skipped? Freak. Was that number 7? I go back. Hold up, I got it. Vroom will be. Okay. You're doing that twice. Ho ho! Well, at least I'll get that view twice. Be arrested. You are going to jail. Yes, I gotta murder Ellie now. Hey, 3 crimes won't take away that first crime of yours, alright? You degenerate? Maybe next time, figure out ways to be less degen, okay? There we go. Alright. Let's clear this back out again. Also, I don't go vroom vroom anymore. I go, I'm drowning. That sounds worse. What do you mean by that? I didn't just do that twice. There might be something physically wrong with me. I did that twice. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. I swear. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. There might be something literally wrong up here. Swimming is so hard, you know. Is that like the new thing with the Honkai girl or whatever? Is that like the new thing with her specifically? Ah, so the time has come. Is that the train man himself? Welcome in. How are you doing today? You like my shirt? We're playing Girls Frontline story time. Hello, hello. I saw your Anise. Your Lego Anise. Boop. I do enjoy your shirt. Thank you, I made it myself. I totally didn't make it like 10 minutes before stream. I would never do something so stupid. Seeing that they're outnumbered, many members of the transport team drop their weapons to save their own necks. Seizing the moment, Nikketa suddenly twists her ankle and collapses on the spot. The attacking automatons take the bait and slam its arm into Nikketa's side. I got hit. Yeah, he's back. Oh, wait, Dylan, you didn't know that he's been on my streams before. Yeah. Hey. Nikketa feigns pain and flops into the ground. I actually finished our counters entirely, as well as the Infinity Rail and Aegis. The instructions are free to download. Sick. That wasn't very convincing. No? But they're low-grade droids, not dolls. They probably won't notice. Good thing they're just droids. Nikketa lies motionless. One of the automatons moved to her side. Target secured. Now, executing force shutdown. In an instant, Nikketa loses all sensory and cognitive functions. That was literally it? That's what I actually skipped 3 times? I will ask train guy, or I can't see the whole thing. Before sending any links, do ask me first. I would appreciate that. Also, it'd be better off if you join the Discord than do that. Yeah, because that would still be plugging without asking, technically. So, I don't want other people making habit of that without asking me. But there. Ooh. Oh, wait, not there. Where is it at? I don't know if you're already in the Discord. I think you might be already. There. Frame function, check, complete. System diagnostics, complete. Power supply, activated. Remaining power, 100%. Access, NeuroCloud backup. Check, established, or connection established. Loading, NeuroCloud, 5%, 20%, 35%. With her senses returned, Nikketa keeps her eyes closed. Through her sense of touch and internal senses, she can tell that she's lying flat, her body rocking gently in transport. The journey seems steady. Nikketa opens her eyes just a crack. Within her limited field of vision, she sees that she is inside of some special repair pod. Above her is a large piece of curved, transparent glass. Behind the glass is a space that appears to be a laboratory. Why do you go drowning bag? I'm telling you, it's a Honkai thing. Nikketa, are you awake? After a burst of static, Anessa's whisper comes through her earpiece. Yes, I'm in a lab. The identity of the kidnapper is unknown. Because I can't swim and I need Kokai to save me. That man's a freak. Nah, man, freak you. That man's a freak. Help me, lifeguard. Lifeguard, help. I swallowed so much water. CPR. How are you then, Lightning? This has surely been a minute. I'm doing pretty good. I just finished another manga as of this week. I need to go through all the text again to make sure that I don't need as many grammatical error. I said grammatical. I make sure my grammar's okay, as he says out loud. I was like a 40-pager. 40 pages, and like 36 of those pages were just drawn. So, whew. Whoa. Outside of that, we had 2 other ones, and we had a whole little giveaway, so that was fun. I'm doing some prints. I'll say this for chat, for all the people who ask me. I might be drawing Blanc. That's right. I've drawn Noir twice. You might be getting Blanc. We'll see if I finish it before I get busy, though. So, what is it? Minute I read that one. You know what? That's reasonable. Degenerate male. True. I hit my head and now I don't know how to swim. Or what if it's rapid waters? What are you reading, bro? Minor brain damage. Oi. That's you, mister. I want a pole dancer. Sleep. Oi. Let's go Blanc. I've had people ask me that multiple times. Where's Blanc? I see Noir. Where's Blanc? So, there you go. I've been working on trying to improve my artwork in a different way, which I won't say out loud because I don't want other people stealing on it. But we're trying to see if I can implement it. Okay, no, we're not letting you get your head hit. You could just lie on a first encounter with her, to be honest. There's no milkman here, brother. I don't know what Midnight's talking about. You realize like half of chat isn't like black, right? Like half of chat's like a bunch of different ethnicities. And if you're talking about yourself, you have simped for women of lighter skin color, so I don't know what you're talking about either. You're not Dr. Umar. Just pay $200 to give CPR. My bad. Some people, they just don't know where they are when they do stuff. Done? Oh my god. Don't give him $200 for the gotcha skin. Just wait the freaking year. Oh. I'm assuming that he's referring to Bag being called Milkman because Milkman is server. I would have thought. It's hard to turn off the racism. Wow, it won't be hard when I ban you. I'm sure it won't be tough then. Now will it? Then you won't even have to worry about turning it off because you won't be here anymore. Wow. Amazing. We're clear up that Uncle Ruckus. All right, let me read. The one giving the orders and kidnapping you doesn't seem to be from the same faction. Otherwise, they wouldn't have asked me to send public security team to extract you. They may be collaborating, but their alliance seems mostly superficial. Ellie's being a dick for banning racism? Oh, for changing the name. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I was being a dick. I was like, wait, where are we going with this? Never mind. Yeah, he's right. I named him Milkman. I did it. No, what Tortoise said. Ellie, come on now. Hey, man, sorry, it was the timing. He's not mad because I'm banning racism. I'm saying it out loud. He's fine. It's okay. Protect me, Bag. No. Recently, I've been working on some projects instead of slightly bigger ones. Okay. Get with the times, Ellie. At this point, all I know is the one that's issuing me the orders goes by the name Sharktooth. Sounds like a code name. Gender unknown, identity unknown. It's up to you to figure out or what you can from the kidnappers. I'll try to do my best. Do you know where the other Mangi security members are being held? No. We stopped. Ending transmission for now. Dang, Tortoise, you made Ellie cry? You gotta teach me that one. No, my community's being more positive. I don't care if we have a couple of eggs in here who are trying their best to be negative. Shout outs to our other content creator here making very nice Lego crafts. Shout out to my other chat members who are being very kind with their donations of this last week. Shout out to those who are being supportive. Specifically the comment coming out this week as well. For those negative Nancys, you will just be ignored. We will keep supporting our positive brothers in chat and sisters. Nikketa closes her eyes. She senses a faint vibration from her frame. A few seconds later, she can hear the pod door open. Then feels the cold air of the labs onto her skin. Multiple sets of footsteps move past either side of her frame. She can sense the data or reports of her body being accessed. I've left VK94 sidearm here. Alright, by the way, can a doll run a performance test while we're in sleep mode? Yes, with the latest upgrade, that function's included. Oi, it's too risky to boot her up. This model has an incredible amount of combat power. The defense droids in our labs might not have stood a chance. Speaking of which, we've taken in so many dolls produced by IOP with more or less the same specs. Why is VHK94 flagged for a special contaminant? Because she thick? Isn't that why we're doing our unpaid overtime today? Stop speculating and just get to work. Nikketa can feel the data cables being plugged into her ports. Some large machinery hums from the short distance, and the footstep gradually fades away. She opens her eyes slightly and sees fewer researchers gathered around on the electronic screen, engaged in discussion. Aside from the slight or exceptionally high combat power performance, I'm not really seeing anything special here. Should we report the findings as is? What if the brass gets mad that we found nothing after it caused such a stir? Maybe we should dismantle her frame and inspect it thoroughly. It could be some hidden firmware only triggered under special conditions. Routine tests wouldn't pick that up. It's possible, but we'd need to relocate. The equipment here is insufficient. Why does it say the target frame is disconnect? Ugh! Another researcher tries to flee, but Nikketa whips a data cable around him and then yanks him back, then drives a knee into his stomach. Ow. stun gun. Good thing I've used that RR1 before. She grabs a weapon from the researcher and aims it at the one who is headed off to the alarm, only with her arm to be pulled askew by the groggy researcher that she hadn't finished off. Bang! The electrified dart hits the ground. Nikketa pivots and fires at the attacker who disrupted her. Gah! 15,000 volts send him twitching on the ground, just as she turns to deal with the last survivor. Beep! 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 An ear-splitting alarm starts blaring. The lab door bursts open instantly, and a squad of mechanical guards pour in. Nikketa falls back, grabbing her sidearm, and dies behind cover. A brutal fight is inevitable. Oh! Sorry. I want a glass, whatever she is. Enemy units are numerous. Not to mention the presence of heavy machinery. Let them keep pouring in like this is not the way to go. Eliminate the first wave to find a close gate. Same here, Ellie. Oh god. Boom! Also, it's too early for a boss. We're like a chapter ahead. Die. Like, way too early. I summon dog. Oh. It's dead? Okay. Where are we going? Where's the designated area? Oh, okay. Go Tololo, go. Run Tololo. Run Lolo. Oh, wait. I can just do this. Ow. You're dead. Frick you. Got it. Nikketa manages to get to the lab doors to slam shut, locking out most of the reinforcements. Nikketa quickly dispatches the remaining defensive automatons inside. Then she catches sight of the sneaky figure trying to sneak away. Hey, stop right there. Ah! It's the researcher who evaded her shot and hit the alarm. While she fumbles on the floor with the dropped weapon, Nikketa strides over. Stay back! Save your effort. You can't beat me in a fight. Now get over here. She twists the woman's arm and shoves her over to the lab terminal. Unlock it. No! Nikketa fires a shot near her feet, and the blast makes the researcher flinch and cower. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shake her down. Don't shoot. I'll do it. I'll do it. The terminal unlocks. Nikketa delivers a swift chop to the back of the researcher's neck, and then catches her as she slumps forward and places her aside. Even though the password's unlocked, I should switch to level 2. Help me, it'll boost the search and processing speed. She enters level 2 and starts scanning for keywords in the torrent of data. Soon, she notices some of the data in the terminal has been corrupted. Dylan, have I gotten past the big reading part with, like, the therapy thing, or is it after all the boss stuff? Boy, did she manage the system before I knocked her out? I shouldn't have been so hasty. What's this? She opens the attachment in the email and finds a list. List of required samples of the technical optimization of third-generation doll models? The attachment is a long roster of doll photos and names. Many are former Griffin dolls. Should be pretty soon. She quickly finds her own profile, and aside from the basics, some information is beyond her understanding. Sender? Shark Tooth? The same shark tooth that Anisia mentioned. Participants of the Project Neural Wind. Neural holes, something else. Priority containment subject. What on earth are these? Scrolling further, she spots two familiar faces. Groza and DP-12? Why are they also here? Groza, like Nikketa, is flagged for special attention. Meanwhile, DP-12's profile is nearly blank aside from her basic information. DP-12. None of this makes sense. This needs further investigation. First, let me copy everything. After exiting level 2, she hears the pounding of an outside door. At the same time, a call from Vanessa comes through. Oi. Pretty soon there. Oh, any findings? For a moment, Nikketa hears a strange noise on Inessa's end. It seems like it seems to be a temporary lab. Useful data is scarce, but I did find something. I'm sending them over to you now. What's this? That whimpering sound? It's Coolidge. Don't you remember? You left him with me. Things are also sound pretty bad on your end. The security droids are about to breach. I got 5 minutes max. She hits send. The progress bar slowly crawls on the terminal screen. This should be enough. My public security team is in position around the building. By the way, are you really set on this? Nikketa tosses the unconscious researchers into the repair lab and shuts the lid. Then she starts searching for dismantle tools, or disassembly tools. Set on what? Staying with Mangi security? Wasn't that the plan we discussed? Finding the tools, Nikketa sits and begins dismantling her own leg. Going undercover isn't easy. The pressure of being discovered is one thing, but worse is doing things that go against your values. We fought about this before. Even though you complied, I know you didn't agree with it. I didn't. That's why I kept digging. I already reported the ALOT lead to the proper authorities. They'll act on it. She removes several micro explosives from her frame, and she plants them on the door of the terminal. I might not be able to contain all the damage, but I'll save as many lives as I can. That's my philosophy. Now that Sharktooth is starting to suspect me, the next step will be a full neural cloud reforming if they uncover anything else, right? Yes, but I don't think they want to resort to that yet. They seem more interested in the data generated by your original neural cloud processes. Then this is a necessary step. She attaches the final explosive to her own frame. If I destroy my current neural cloud backup, they'll notice when they run diagnostics on me. That'll serve as proof that I remain completely in the dark. It's the only way for me to stay at Mangi. With your help from the outside, we stand a chance at uncovering who Sharktooth really is, what they're really plotting. Besides, like I said before, what? If it's something that helps people, then or something that's right, I'll do it. And by people, I mean everyone I can perceive, not just those defined by the rule books. Anissa chuckles softly through her earpiece. I was really right about you. Though I never knew that you were this optimistic. Maybe it's just part of our fundamental programming. Say, is your tech team reliable? Rigging such a powerful bomb here won't blow up my neural cloud to smithereens, will it? No promises. Figures. Nikketa grabs the detonator. Just like you said, this is a necessary sacrifice. Keep my neural log safe. I'll see you on the other side. With that, Nikketa presses the detonator without hesitation. That's a real one. Dang. What's left? Dang. That's funny. Free, she said. Well, gotta do what I gotta do. Gotta do what I gotta do. No story for this. Okay. Well, you guys are dead. Oh, I wanted the big guy. Shimasta. Wow. Cool. Ellie, did you pull at in A1 too? Oh, hidden pull at something. In A1 too. I don't know what you're mentioning. Explain further, Kino. Your leader needs more guidance. What are you saying? One of the story missions? Boom! Oh, I still got the other one from one kill? Okay. Hidden pool ticket. Second fight in the event. Thank you. A thunderous explosion erupts from the other side of the end of the call. Anissa doesn't linger. She switches her comms to the other channel while keeping her gun wielding hand ready, or raised and ready. Breach now. Get Nikketa out. Detain the rest of the main geek personnel. One's missing? She nudges her weapon. Anissa glances down and presses her gun harder against its target. It doesn't matter. Leave the search for later. First, get Nikketa out. She hangs up. Anissa squats down and moves the muzzle of her gun to David's forehead under his chin. What were you shouting about just now? Hoping Nikketa would come to your rescue? Anissa yanks out the gag from his mouth. You crazy, whatever. What are you? Think carefully before you speak. You call me crazy, but you're not much better yourself. You have doll syndrome, don't you? What are you talking about? I don't understand a darn thing. That's okay. I just want you to take a look at something. Do you know this girl? Anissa pulls out a photo and holds it in front of him. The moment he sees the photo, he visibly panics and averts his gaze. I don't know her. I've never seen her. That's right, never seen her. You're a real coward. Below this guy, sky high. Yep, bang. Good. Anissa shoots him in the foot. Anissa grabs his hair and forces him to look her in the eyes. Never seen her? Want me to jot your memory? I haven't seen her. Talk straight and I might leave your corpse intact. Fires another shot, which grazes his thigh. He screams in agony. Don't delude yourself, or that anyone's coming to save you. To your company, you're trash. Actually, no. Trash at least has some recycling value. You don't even have that. So I'll ask you again. Have you seen this girl? I haven't. No, wait. I have seen her. David's expression grows blank. His terror transforms into mania. I have seen her, but it wasn't a person. It was a doll that looked just like her. What I killed was a doll. It was a doll, so it doesn't really count as killing, right? Disassembling, damage, destroyed. Anyways, I didn't do anything wrong. What if I destroyed was a doll? Beneath her sleeve, her veins bulge under her along Anissa's arms. She takes a deep breath and steadies her voice. Tell me, why did you destroy her? Why? Because she was a doll. Why should a real superior, dignified human like myself have to escort a lowly, filthy doll? Dolls might not look like dolls might look like little girls in craft. Not doing it. Look like little girls, but they're crafty. She saw me taking drugs. She saw me stealing cargo. I could not let her live. She had to die. So you killed her. Anissa's finger tightens on the grip. Her voice trembles. Killed? That's not the right word. It was disassembled. I tore her to pieces and stuffed her into a bag so much red tissue and lubricant came out of her. It took forever to clean up. I packed her into a plastic bag. I looked for a scrapyard and wanted to make a little money. His voice, like rusted blades grating through the air, pierces Anissa's skull and tears up the last shred of her sanity. Her breathing quickens as the oxygen is drained from the room. She braces herself against the wall with one hand. She holds the gun with the other. David's maniacal face begins to blur in front of her. No, not yet. She grips the pistol with her other hand to prevent an accidental discharge. Forcing herself to look at him, she pushes words through her gritting teeth. And then? Then I found a garbage dump, and I ran into Elids on the way. I couldn't let myself get eaten by Elids, so I got profitable gigs to run. So you used Una's body as bait to save yourself. That wasn't a body. Ugh. Anissa can't take it anymore. She shoves the muzzle or the gun into David's hand and fires straight into his palm. You killed her! You killed her! She was a person! A person! She could feel pain. She could feel. She was alive, a human being. She shoots him, next she shoots him in the throat. How does that feel? The pain that you feel now? That's what she felt. Even though you don't want to admit that you're a human. But this is what you did. You murderer! You murderer! Broken sobs echo through the warehouse. The gunshots continue. Light that corpse up. Nothing but a bunch of holes. Eyes, mouth. Anicia keeps pulling the trigger, not noticing the lifeless body already stopped breathing. She fires the final bullet and then lowers her arm. Before her lies a mangled, unrecognizable pile of flesh, crumbled grotesquely at her feet. The cold house is cold. The rage has not left her hot and breathless, or has left her that way now. She picks up the photo that had fallen to the ground. It's soaked with blood, but the girl's smile in the image still warm and sweet. Anicia wipes the blood from the photo with her fingers. She lets out a wretched sob, like a lioness finding her cub long dead. After a while, she finally speaks, her voice hoarse from from her earlier outbursts. I killed two, but I don't regret it. I avenged you, Una. Mama avenged you, and this is just the beginning. I won't stop until all of vengeance is served. I promise you. Night, blank. Where else? He's extremely dissatisfied. His observation yielded no usable intel, and we lost our research facility for nothing. And, or worse yet, Public Security Administration is now watching us. What do you intend to do about this? Almost shed a tear there. Please don't worry. We'll take full responsibility. Our interests align with the Giard groups. Aligned? Or are you just greedy for more? So many simple missions ended in failure. Aren't we right to suspect your loyalty? You're joking. Where's the evidence of divided loyalty? Since your RNC government dispatched a chairman to the overseas Odessa, their policies have clearly aimed to strip us of our control. Or, you certainly profited from those changes, haven't you? I don't know about business, but the message I've received from above is clear. We fully support your GR group's actions. Fully support or fully obstruct? Maybe someone else is doing the obstructing. What do you mean? It fears the power of the Giard group. That's a bold and dangerous accusation. You're leading the third-generation doll tech, standing at the forefront of an era. Those who stick their necks out often have guns pointed at them. If your group insists on forcing its way into the Project Colonel Hole, you will attract even more attention, including yours. Carmen let out a sigh. Actually, just before this conference call, I got the general manager's approval. We'll bypass the terms and conditions of the Project Colonel Hole or whatever, and begin synchronizing VSK-94's data to your group for going forward, to support your R&D plans. It might just take a bit longer. VHK-94 was severely damaged in the incident. We're doing everything we can to repair her. Although, we don't quite understand what's so special about her. To show our loyalty and unwavering support to your group, we are willing to do everything in our power to help the GR group stay ahead of the third-generation doll development. If this had been your attitude from the start, we wouldn't have doubted you so much. It was our oversight. As an apology, we'll build a new research facility for Giard. Additionally, our current research into anti-ALOT technology can be shared with your group to some extent. Understood. I'll report this to the CEO. Also, I'd like to know how you plan on dealing with the Public Security Administration. We found a scapegoat. Handing him over to the authorities will suffice. You can rest easy on that matter. In just a few days, you'll see the result on the news. Alright, well, I await your update. Let's leave it here for today. Goodbye. Carmen turns to her subordinate. How's the David situation being handled? All the materials have been compiled. I'll forward them to Miss Inessa or shortly. Good. Smuggling illicit drugs, unauthorized access, and triggering mech riots, killing an important bargaining chip. That man has outlived his usefulness. Dead men tell no tales. But we might lose our grip on Miss Inessa. Didn't we agree to let her meet her daughter after the mission? You mean... Carmen swirls her glass. The deep red liquid casts a somber hue across everything. Once the mission's over, let her meet her daughter. Well, maybe not dead then? Congrats! By the way, the old Diana Vest is now voiced, and you can finally hear Dandelion's sound in the very first chapter. It's worth listening to and leaving. We're not done yet. I got one more. All right. Reading powers. Give me strength. I got 20 minutes left and one last thing. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh. A month later. When Nikketa awakens again, Inessa is standing by the repair pod. Oi. She looks around. It's a small room. Cozy and lived in. One on a nearby cabinet. A cute plushie in a PSA uniform stares at her with beating eyes. No, the daughter's dead. By meaning daughter, they mean killing her. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Sorry, the heat was getting me delirious. Reading prowess activate. Are you sure about this? Didn't we have this conversation a month ago? Before the explosion? Looks like the neural backup did sync properly. Or how's your month at Mangi Security been? Same as before. Routine logistics, missions. I inspect every shipment, no drugs. Lying low after what happened is only natural. They're biding their time. But honestly, are you really going to stay with the Mangi Security? Even if you avoided Shark 2's purge for now. Based off what I know of them, they won't let go of their suspicions that easy. They've probably gotten suspicious of me too. At this rate, the intel you've gathered from inside might be negligible, whatever. Nikketa is silent for a moment. She steps out of the repair pod and flexes her joints. Did you see the report on David? I did. A few days after the lab incidents, they named him the mastermind. He was already dead, though. Reportedly shot by the lab mechanic guards by mistake. Just like you said. These security firms, backed by major corporations, always have a way to avoid liability. As long as they can produce a scapegoat, the fallout is minimal. David was guilty, yes, but he was just a puppet, and the puppeteer is still in the shadows. That's why I want to drag them into the light. At first, I joined the Public Security Administration just to protect those around me, but now I've realized that dealing with crimes in the open isn't enough. Nikketa walks up to the window. Heavy clouds bowl out the sun. The satellite city is waking up again to continue its slow decay. You said earlier that they'd like to keep a tight leash on me. The chances of me finding anything are slim. But slim doesn't mean none, does it? Especially since I still have something they want. Even if I can't attain any intel, just being inside means that there will be a time where I'm needed. Besides, Nikketa looks into the distance. I found a few former colleagues of mine on that list, which means this might be connected to Griffin too. And if it is, there's someone I know will be likely implicated. Conspiracies and darker festering in the shadows just beyond the light. If I don't step into it myself, I'll never uproot the sickness that lies beneath. I'll never be able to protect the things that I truly want to protect. She turns back to face Inessa. Her face is in shadow, but her blue eyes shine brightly. I don't want to lose anything important to me ever again. Inessa looks down at her hands and smiles. Only then does Nikketa notice the toy badge in Inessa's hands, and the blood stains on it have been wiped clean. Have you seen a trial intro? No. You're a lot like Nikki. Nikki? She's a character from this cartoon that Una loved. A detective. Honest, righteous, selfless. No wonder Una adored her. Oh, no wonder she adored you. About Una. She always said that when she grows up, she wanted to be just like me. To be a public security officer that protects the people of the satellite cities. One day, when she was still very young, I took her to a city museum. That was when she first learned about the contaminated zones. On the way home, she kept asking me, Mom, if I become a public security officer, can I protect people in the contaminated zones too? Una, the contaminated zones are under the PSA's jurisdiction. Then where do I have to go to protect the people there? Well, Mom doesn't really know. The contaminated zones are very big and very dangerous places. Oh, isn't it better to stay in the satellite cities? Why, Mom protects the satellite cities. The little girl tugs at Inessa's hand. Mom came from the contaminated zones too, right? I want to protect more people like you. Man, that's sad. So I wonder if someone like Una had rescued me from the contaminated zones back then. Would everything have been different now? She treated everyone around her with such pure kindness. I'm not very good at comforting people. Inessa exhales deeply, pulling herself out of her emotions. No need to comfort me. I just figured since we'll be working together long term, trust is the foundation of cooperation. I might as well tell you a bit of my past. She straightens up slightly. I used to belong to the Neo-Soviet military special intelligence unit. I was embedded in an underground agent, the URNC public security system. The Neo-Soviet military? That's right. That factions are gone now, but back then we were just pawns at the very bottom of the food chain. Back then, they claimed that we were working for a better tomorrow, for justice and global order. At first, I joined to get by, to put food on the table, but after a time, I truly believed in the work. I thought if we won, people like me would finally be protected. But all we did was hurt more people like me. I can never tell Una about it. I was not a good role model for her. She takes a sip of the water and continues. After General Carter fell from power, I feel like the second time we've seen that name, my colleague and I returned to our military base to erase our files. But somehow, all our data had already vanished. During the retreat, my colleague was shot dead by the opposition forces while covering for me. Before he died, he entrusted Una to me. Alright, Lightning, I did my work for the day, and we'll now go to Mimir? Mimir? Hopefully I can see I can come another day. Appreciate you. See you, Brotato. Oh, Carter's very important. Oi, so you're not even from the URNC. I wanted to become a citizen, to live like a normal person under the sun. Until Shark Tooth found me, they had my file. They used it to blackmail me into using my rank and authority to carry out their dirty work. They took Unwa away from me under the guise of protection. Oh, he's gonna bomb Frankfurt and try to coup d'etat. Okay. A meme about sleeping. Oh, okay. Don't get stuck in a tree by Odin. I know that's a different one, but still. I tried to uncover the identity, but they were too elusive. They never appeared in public. I found no clues. Nikketa remained silent. Does your sense of justice urge you to arrest me right now? Your crimes are for the court to decide. For now, we're just partners. Well, the court depends on whose court it is. We have the cop and the crooked information broker. But you're right, we're partners right now. We have more important matters to deal with, one step at a time. For you, it's exposing the real mastermind. For me, it's revenge for Unhwa. I feel so very guilty. I'm trying not to let this overlap with my Street Hawk writing, bro. Nikketa and Street Hawk have like so many similarities already. I'm freaking mad. Her voice is faint. It's almost difficult to tell if she's speaking Nikketa or herself. She could have become the person she was always dreamed of being, but her life being snuffed out because of my weakness. If only I had taken her a run, I could have given up everything, my status and my identity. Boy, she already became who she dreamed of being. Inessa watches Nikketa walk over and take the toy badge from her hand. Nikketa presses a few spots on the badge. Inessa's private terminal beeps. She takes out a terminal and sees unread messages. Upon opening them, she finds a photo, taken from Nikketa's perspective, showing herself. This toy badge is capable of taking and sending photos. Oh, this anonymous informant. Oh, that actually jacks me up. Cause I asked the question about like who could take the photo. Man, I gotta salute the baby, bro. Dang. That one actually got me. That one actually jacked me up. The anonymous informant who provided the photo you gave before me was Una. Inessa stares blankly at the photo. Even when her own life was in danger, she chose to uphold justice in her heart. Oh, that's actually gonna jack me up, bro. Oh, it's actually gonna jack me up. And send valuable information to the person she trusted most. She already became the person she dreamed of being. Listening to Nikketa's voice was so much softer than usual. Inessa slowly rubs the badge with her fingers. Nikketa, you're actually surprisingly good at comforting people. She slowly buries her face in her hands. The silent cry of grief. Nikketa averts her eyes. Her gaze happens to land on the plushie sitting on the cabinet dressed in the PSA uniform. It, too, silently watches over the sorrowful woman. That's what VHK 94 Nikketa has gone through. She's still working undercover in the Mangi security and will be sending us intel periodically. Commander, Groza is also on the list, so please take extra precaution and stay vigilant. The Elmo travels smoothly on the road to live outside the window. The sky's thick with clouds, and the view is dim. I suddenly find myself picturing Nikketa's golden hair, radiant as the morning sun. Even in the murky, shadowed world, the clear path is reflected in her brilliant blue eyes. Though, the thought makes me smile quickly. I try to hold her image in my mind as long as I can. Alright, Colina. I understand. By the way, Nikketa asked me to pass along a message to you. What is it? I will lie and wait in the darkness, but if you ever need me, I'll meet you in the light, boss. Alright, that was a good story. I'll give it to him. That was a good one. Freak. Dang. It's hard to take brave steps like that in writing stories, man. To write something so tragic is always kind of tough. Alright, you guys were talking about pools or whatever. There's a hidden pool in this one. Ooh, I don't think we're gonna have enough for a 10 pool. I'm glad that was a little short. Don't forget to get your pools in A1. Yeah, the 2-1. Well, I'm on right now. Unless I'm missing it. I'm lightheaded though from all that reading, and it's hot.